Perfect. Okay, everybody sees all right? Let me raise the volume up a little bit, make sure subtitles are on for everybody. Okay, I did put the link of the video in here. Oh wait, damn. Court, did you see the link to the video? Are you able to pin that by chance? I just realized I can't do it because I have to go over to the thing. Yeah, he has his spooky eyes right now. We were pointing that out earlier. It looks like the inside of his eyes, they're like getting pale. You know what I mean? Because if you look, it doesn't look like just a ring light because of the way it like kind of like sticks out. You know what I mean? It has like a rough edge, like a very jagged edge. You know what I mean? Very, very jagged edge. Oh, also, let me do this real quick. I just want to move this thing. 'Cause I remember I moved... That is not the right one. That is also not the right one. There we go. I moved this I moved the little plush last time. So why not move this too? There we go. That should be out of the way. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, if it was ring lights, the ring would be more like Core's eyes. Yeah, like a more solid one. You should check out the Mandela catalog if you have it. I should. Yeah, I definitely should. I don't think I have. But did I? I don't think so. Okay, let's go ahead and play the video. I'm gonna be munching, so if I'm not talking a lot, I'm just munching. I'm just munching. But I'm still here. I'm still watching. Paying much as attention as you guys.
Okay. Day 4, squatting in this abandoned house. I haven't seen another person in 81 days. A couple days ago, I decided to suit up and head north into the surrounding hills.
Alright, we're heading out, so I hope I don't die.
I found a map here. Barely intact, but enough to help me navigate what was ahead.
Man, it is very chilly out today.
Is this
I
a
also keep
shopping
my
cart
CB
one?
radio set to directional.
Wait. We watched this one already. Do you guys want to watch it again? I think we already watched this one. I don't know if you guys want a recap. This is basically just gonna be a recap. Hashtag I hope I don't die! The trick to ring lights is to shine the ring light back at the white wall or the whiteboard to reflect the light back at you. Fun fact. Yeah, that's normally how I want to do it. What do you want? I don't know. Just kind of refresher. Wait, were you talking about the knockers? About this or from the anime? No, I meant nesters, but I think I said knockers because we were watching that anime and it sounds very similar. It sounds very, very similar. Let's just move on to the next one because we already watched this one. Let's just move on.
Alright, day 8 of squatting in this house. It's been really nice, actually. I've been able to sleep, shower, recharge. I even managed to get the electricity up and running. Not sure for how long. That means I have a working oven, which is really great. I try not to turn on any lights, you know, especially at night, because I don't want to attract
Makes
any
sense.
attention to this house. But last night I messed up like an idiot.
You
I
say
leaned
it's
against
day
the light
8?
switch and I turned
I
on the
think you
living
did.
room lights and the house.
It just occurred to me that subtitles weren't on. I completely forgot to re-enable subtitles.
Alright, day
There we go.
8 of squatting in
Yeah,
this
you said day 8.
It's been really nice, actually. I've been able to sleep, shower, recharge. I even managed to get the electricity up and running. Not sure for how long. That means I have a working oven, which is really great. I try not to turn on any lights, you know, especially at night, because I don't want to attract any attention to this house. But last night I messed up like an idiot. I leaned against the light switch and I turned on the living room lights, and the house lit up like a jack-o'-lantern. You know, just for a second. And now this morning I see someone out in the woods, you know, lurking around. Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, definitely lurking around.
It could just be passing by. It could be nothing, but, you know, makes me...
It does occur to me, though. Yeah, true. Cover the windows. It does occur to me, he's in the same house that he found that nest in, remember? He found a nest in this house. He knew there was a possibility that there is going to still be a nest here. Right? And he stayed until day 8. He stayed 8 days in this house. Knowing that there was a nest in there. Dead or not, he knew that there was a nest in there. Is that not odd? Wouldn't she want to leave? Yeah, it must have been a dead nest, but isn't he concerned that one day they might come back to the nest? He's in a suburban house though, right? A lot of houses look similar. No, true, a lot of houses do look similar, but he said day 8 in the house. And he showed the same house that he's been in for a while. So that's why I'm like, I don't understand why you would still be here. You know what I mean? I don't understand.
Me nervous. I haven't seen him in a few hours, but it really makes me uneasy. So tonight, in addition to cooking my favorite meal, chicken parm, I'll be battening down the hatches, tightening the security, just in case whatever is out there is, you know, isn't just passing through. First, I need to run out and get some groceries, so let's do that.
I love the cooking segment.
Power's on in here. That's good. Let's see. We need a few different
I hope
things.
it's all on. Otherwise that food is all rotten, you know what I mean? But it's bad to have a routine as it draws him in. Exactly. He even admitted that. He knows. He already knew that. Because he's admitted that before several times that his routine, they have learned it. And he's had to switch up his routine several times because they learned his routine. So why would he keep a routine? Oh my god. No way that shit's still fresh, no one there. If the lights are on, there's probably still some fresh stuff in there. I don't know how long it's gonna stay fresh though. It's gonna depend on what he's grabbing. If he's grabbing something like cheese or something like that, he might be fine. But if he's grabbing like milk or things that just have like a quick expiration date, like fruit, probably not so much. Not so much. Fresh produce, definitely not. Oh yeah, chicken would be a no. He's making chicken parm? Why would you... Okay, just leave money there anyway. What, was it refrigerated? Do those look on? If the refrigeration system's still on, it might still be good, but I would definitely be careful what he's grabbing. 100%. Because I don't know how many days have passed with him like this. Definitely more than 8, obviously. Did he just pay nobody? He did. He just left money there. Leave the electric grid will stay active for a while, so refrigeration should be okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as the refrigeration and the freezers are on, he should be okay for the most part. It's just more of like fruits, vegetables, that kind of stuff definitely a no-go. Yeah, but even when the fridge is on, you can trust it is 3 days max past expiration date. Yeah, honestly, when it comes to the meats, especially in an abandoned place like this, I probably would only look for things that are before the expiration date. If it's at the expiration date or past it, I wouldn't trust it. Just in case, just to be on the safe side. Because chicken is a no-go if it's bad, you know? That'll really fuck you up. Could possibly kill you in some in some cases. Get the good old frozen Nestor chicken breast meat? Yeah, just cook up some Nestors. Would that be cannibalism if they're human?
You
Like,
never know.
they kinda like humans, but they're not? Yeah, I was just about to say, dude. I was just about to say,
So as I
just leaving
mentioned,
that there is
I
a
need to
waste.
prioritize security in this house tonight. I've identified about 3 weak points where an intruder could breach our defenses, and each requires its own special security system, if you will. Weak zone number 1 is the furnace room window. There's no lock on this window, so I've set up a tripwire.
boy.
And about 7 feet 6 inches away, the average height of a nester, I've strategically positioned a knife upright. When triggered, the tripwire will send the blade straight into the upper chest or the face. Weak zone 2, the basement door.
Interesting.
Now the house is settled pretty unevenly, making this door impossible to keep locked. If a nester enters through here, they'll hear a tape recorder in the next room playing my voice saying the following.
So basically, he said, fuck, you know, not having a routine and always being on the move. He just booby-trapped his house, is what he did. He's like, I'm gonna stay in this house, I'm just gonna booby-trap it. That's basically what I'm seeing is going on here.
Don't hurt me.
Imagine he accidentally kills another
Don't come
looter.
in here, please.
That would suck
The
for
recording
him.
will lure them deeper inside, right
I mean,
into a sensor
that would
triggered
save you from
assault.
loneliness.
Weak zone 3, the porch passage door. Now this leads directly into the same basement door with the broken locks. When someone opens this porch door, the friction will strike matches against an igniter that I've rigged. And the matches
Wait, they can
will
die?
ignite a portable gas tank that's been slowly leaking.
The way that he's going on about this, I'm imagining that he figured out how to kill them, yeah. I'm imagining that's what happened. It has to be. Otherwise, he's taking one hell of a risk, assuming that they can.
Gas all night, so hopefully burning any nester who tries to breach that passageway. And I've also installed noisemakers on all the door handles, so hopefully I'll hear them coming, and I'll see them coming, and that these traps will keep them out. And I'll be able to sleep safely tonight.
See what happens. I don't know if burning trap on your house, good idea. Well, and on top of that, he put that on a wooden gate. Look at that. That's all wood. All of that is wood. Except for the hinges, obviously. But everything else besides the hinges is wood. He said he was cornered by one, so you assume they can or at least be hurt. Yeah, and to be fair, if I was in his position, if I felt like I could hurt one, then I would assume that if I can hurt it, it can die. You know what I mean? Bro ain't sleeping if it gets triggered. Gonna alert nearby nester boys. Oh, for real, the like big swoosh with all the
That's been
flames.
slowly leaking gas all night, so hopefully burning any nester who
Hopefully
tries to
they're not
breach
like
that
a hive mind
passageway.
type of
And I've
species. That
also
would suck.
installed noisemakers on all the door handles, so hopefully I'll hear them coming, and I'll see them coming, and that these traps will keep them out. And I'll be able to sleep safely tonight. Alright, I'm gonna fillet the chicken now.
Well, the chicken looks
I'm
good.
gonna tenderize
It
it.
doesn't look like it went bad.
This ensures that the chicken is gonna be nice and even all the way around.
Okay. I know for a fact grocery stores carry cooking utensils. Did you just forget to get like one of those like little like tender hammer thingies? Why is he using a spoon instead?
This
I mean, I
ensures
guess
that
if
the
he did
chicken is
forget-
gonna be nice and even all
If he
the way
did
around.
forget, it would be resourceful. Oh, noise,
I'm gonna
true.
put some of this chicken
I forgot about
in
that.
flour so it absorbs some of the moisture, and so the crispiness will stick on.
Yeah, true, the noise.
Oh,
How do you so successfully but unsuccessfully crack an egg like that? How do you manage that? He successfully cracked it open just perfectly, but it just spilled out from the plate.
oh.
How do you... Oh, that's an impressive feat right there. Yeah, just kind of scoop up that egg. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That should work. Flour dust is highly flammable? I did not know that.
Next, we'll dip the chicken in the egg batter.
You hope the series slowly devolves to him going psychotic and the food he's cooking becomes more grotesque and possibly even him eating nesters or people. I think that would be really neat.
Now
Did he
it's
throw it
time
away? Wait, did he? I
for
thought he
mix-
put it back on the plate. I would have put it back on the plate. It only landed on the table. It should be fine.
Oh,
It just landed on the table. Just put it back on the plate.
just get rid of that.
Eating chicken, throwing away egg, boy,
Next, we'll
right?
dip the chicken
Eggs are a superfood.
in the egg batter.
Yeah, it didn't. I didn't see another yolk. You're right, Core. I think he did throw it away. Yeah, eggs are a superfood. Don't underestimate eggs. They are very beneficial. Oh yeah, potato is also
Now it's
definitely a
time
superfood, 100%.
What makes the chicken good? Panko. Technically, the panko makes it like a chicken katsu. Some grated parm.
It's best food for survival situations. That makes sense because
That's
they're
gonna
easy to
caramelize
plant
really
and
nicely on the
grow,
chicken. Now some
and
salt
you can
pepper.
multiply them very easy too.
Let's mix this all up.
On top of that, you can make it so many different ways, so you don't have to worry about getting like too tired of the same food. And it'll always bring you
And
joy.
now in the chicken goes.
It'll always be nice. Potatoes are S tier, 100% S tier. If you have like some like chickens in like an apocalyptic scenario, and you have some like
All right, now it is time.
like
to
potato
fry
farm,
these bad
you're
boys up.
set. I don't think you have to worry about food if you have a potato farm and some chickens.
It's not good to add
be
the
good.
oil over an open flame, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get this oil nice and hot.
Why
And
did you
know
place
the
this like
oil's
this,
ready
sir?
when you dip
Why
the
can't I
chicken
see the
in.
window? I don't
It
like that.
sizzles. Is that ready? That is ready. I'm actually going to lower the heat. That's insane. Now, personally, I
That
like
is a
when
lot of
it's
oil.
very golden brown. I don't like when it's too
Cord,
pale. I like when
please
it's
don't.
crisp.
No water in the oil, please.
Alright, so let's get ready to broil the mozzarella cheese on.
Wait, was the window moving? I wasn't paying attention. I was more of like fascinated by the fact that now he has mozzarella cheese. He's in the same house that he made that grilled cheese in with American cheese, and you're telling me you were able to find mozzarella cheese? He went to the store? Didn't he say he went to the store last time too? I really shouldn't be that hung up about the American cheese. I'm sorry, guys. I should stop. I really should stop, like, bashing him for the American cheese. I really should. I just can't help myself. Welcome to Cooking with Nesters, a show where we cook with nesters. Today on the show we have a nester. Camera cuts to creepy bitch face, heavily breathing. Thank you for joining. You're writing this guy's script. Core, that YouTuber brain is working overtime. It's working overtime, Core.
so let's get ready to broil
Oh
the
yeah, Zelly. I
mozzarella
think it's just
cheese
because of
on.
the zooming in. I don't think it's moving.
All right, here we go. Now I'm going to throw this into the oven and broil it.
Bo's gonna go Joker mode as she sees another American cheese. It's going to be my 13th reason. It really is. It will be my 13th reason, I swear, guys.
I figured while the chicken parm is cooking, I'm going to set up my sleeping quarters for the night, make a fire, set up my sleeping bag. I was sleeping in the living room before, but to be honest, it's too far from an exit. And given that there was that stranger outside earlier, makes sense to be close to the exit, you know, in case anything happens. It makes it convenient, you know? Kitchen's
Where is that light coming from? I don't know. He might have like a little like light set up behind the camera maybe. Maroon, how you be? It has been a hot minute. I hope you be good. I hope you be good. You just missed the King of the Castle session we had. I finally won. I finally did it. I got a win with the with Faith. It took me forever, but I finally got a win with Faith. Oh, you've been lurking these past couple of days? I appreciate it. I always appreciate it. Yeah, I have no— oh wait, the red light? The red light's from the oven. Oh, you thought Tommy— no, yeah, I think Tommy meant this big light, but I think that this big light is just behind the— it's just behind the camera. I'm assuming. Maybe you just— so that way he has it set up so he's visible. So I know that's probably what I would do if I was in a dark room, but I couldn't turn on all of the lights just to have this one tiny light, you know? Sorry, you got on with UPS back in October and you've been busy, got ammonia, and you have been chilling while you get better? Oh, that fucking sucks. I hope you feel better very soon. Yeah, I hope you feel very better. Funny Boke finally won with Faith after she did an asshole run. Yeah, it's weird. The moment I started being an asshole with my Faith run, suddenly my Faith run went pretty well. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. Yeah, very strange.
right here. Can make a midnight snack. So I'm going to set up the fire for the evening. 3-layer base.
And I thought the Marcus run was gonna be the asshole run. I was wrong. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! This is YouTube man! Okay, yeah, wait, he has pants underneath. Okay. Fuck. Oh my god. I thought he was just straight up, like,
Oh, I'm so
taking all
hungry,
of
I'm
his
so
clothes
hungry,
off.
I'm
I'm
so
like, holy fuck,
hungry.
chill, dude.
Full moon tonight.
His
Get the
exercises.
sauce. This particular sauce I found, it's called Michael's of Brooklyn. Tomatoes, fresh garlic, fresh
Why
basil,
was man wearing
Italian
2 pairs of
olive
pants?
oil.
Maybe it was really cold outside. I know that's really popular where I live because the winters get really cold. I don't know, my model froze. I know that's what happens over here because the winters get very cold. And sometimes it gets cold enough to where you're like, I need to, you know, put like, I need to put 2 pairs of pants on. Keep it nice and warm. Consider it like thermals. I don't know if you've ever heard of thermals, but I imagine a similar concept to that is why he did it. Fresh basil, Italian olive oil. You know you should have gone for? Actually, no, for chicken parm. Yeah, no, chicken parm. Yeah, olive oil is best.
Oregano, fresh parsley,
You've done
salt,
that,
black
pajamas
pepper,
under?
and
Yeah.
nothing else, it says in big exclamation points. I can't read that.
This is educational. Okay, I'll make sure to tell Twitch that if they ever hammer down the hammer on me. That is a very crusty looking chicken parm. It does kind of look like it tastes really good though. It does look like it would taste really good.
And you always put the sauce on last so it doesn't get soggy. And of course, last but not least, basil. And that is it. Bon appetit. I'm so hungry. Let's see how this tastes.
Yeah, I bet he's glad to use mozzarella instead of that nasty ass American cheese he was using.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah, but very
I'm
crusty
not.
chicken decor
Had
goodness.
chicken party forever. All that walking around today got me hungry. That guy really freaked me out outside.
Understandable.
I
He
think
is
that
kind of
just that
freaky.
anxiety just takes a lot out of me.
My guy, you are being chased by or you are being like stalked by monsters you have no full concept of. You can't even nail down their temperament. I understand why you would have anxiety about that. I think most people in that situation would definitely have anxiety about that. How safe is it to have a fire going at night? Well, I mean, if it's at night, the smoke probably isn't as visible as it would be during the day. So if anything, I think it'd be fine. I think it'd be safe. Maybe. The smell might be a different case, but I don't really know how they nailed down their victims yet. Sometimes it seems like it's through electronics, other times it seems like it's just through anything that will grab their attention, really. You wish this was a live stream so you could be like, there's somebody behind you every 20 minutes to fuck with them? Oh, that would be so fucked up, but nah, I would definitely do that. That'd be so funny.
I'm glad I made two. There's like nothing like
Mr. Whiteout?
really
Oh
good
yeah,
chicken
that's
parm.
right.
So you really have to tenderize it and flatten it out so it becomes more like a chicken cutlet. I haven't got like restaurants where you go and you get the chicken and or any dish and it's like not good. It's like you should be like losing sleep to make sure that your chicken is flavorful. You go to a chicken place and like the skin comes off the chicken, all the flavors on top, it's in the skin. And then
Bro has had an experience before all this happened with some restaurants, because the way he's talking, it sounds like he's ranting rather than like explaining something. Oh my god. Is Mr. Whiteass a Nestor? Oh, I think so. Yeah, no, I think Mr. Whiteout is definitely a Nestor. Well, he looks exactly like Nestors for the most part. I'm pretty sure. Or was he just the one that was the... No, because he called him Mr. Whiteout because he was Pell. He's been wanting to say this for so long. He has. He's been holding it in. He had a bad experience and he was just trying to be polite, but it's weighing on him. It's been weighing on him. That'd be one hell of an ASMR idea. ASMR, but it's apocalypse and you have to be quiet. Oh. It would. He does have a fucking catwalk sway. No, he does. He walks like a model. It's weird. He almost has like a weird strut to it, you know what I mean, when he walks.
like the chicken itself is just like
So maybe,
bland.
I don't know. He might be a Nestor, he might not be a Nestor.
What are you doing? I do miss restaurants. I miss people cooking
I'm leaning
for
toward
me.
Nestor.
Glad I learned a few recipes. Got this at the supermarket.
What is it? What soda? Or juice? Soda, juice, tea, coffee, canned coffee, canned tea, boba tea. Do we not? Okay, we're never gonna know.
Man,
We're never
I'm
gonna know what
lonely
this man
tonight.
drinks.
particularly lonely. Just sort of
Walks like Gunty.
missing
Imagine
some
you were the
camaraderie,
last person
I think.
alive and he never learned how to cook. That would suck ass, especially if like you had a really fancy like palate and you wanted very specific dishes. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that would suck. That would suck. I bet he's a kombucha bitch. He might. I heard kombucha is like disgusting though. Like I heard it's horrendous. I've never tried it myself though.
I tell you what I don't miss about people right now. It's feeling in debt to people. You know, emotionally more than anything. You know, being predator to other people's unresolved issues. Feeling obligated to give my time. I always would put boundaries around my time. And
He sounds
sometimes
very
I felt like I
introverted,
had
yeah.
to lie to people because people can be really selfish with your time. If they thought that they could get more from you, they take it.
Zelly.
You know?
Preach King!
That's why I always hated about having a job. There was always this sense that when you
What is
work for
that?
someone,
Hold up. I can't tell if that was from the video or outside in my own environment.
that they could get more from you,
It sounded like a...
they take it. You know? That's
Sound
why
like
I always
a
hated about
whisper.
having a job. There was always this sense that when you work for someone,
No, that sounded
they
like a
expect
little...
you to they expect to squeeze every bit of time they can out of you because they're paying you, and they're not going to pay you.
You
for
heard a
nothing.
knock? Okay, so I wasn't the only one hearing stuff.
You know, there are people who
There's moments where it sounds like a very like subtle like talking, like very distant like talking, and then there's other times where I hear like a knock or like a bang, not necessarily a bang, but like something got tipped over. Like if you like accidentally knock something over on a desk and it just kind of tipped over. It kind of sounded like that.
believe that because they're giving you money, the money that they know you need to live, they can take advantage of you.
For someone that's supposed to be
They
quiet to
assume
survive,
that
he's
if you
talking a
need
lot.
the job,
Well, to be fair to him, I mean, he has been alone for a while, so he's probably just kind of talking to feel like, you know, he's talking to somebody. Like, talking to yourself, like, you know when you've been isolated for, like, how you see in the, like, some movies where they're isolated for a while and they're, like, starting to talk to themselves. I think that's what's starting to happen. I think he's been alone for so long and he's, you know, he's craving that, like, interaction. Because introvert or not, I mean, we as human beings, we all crave some form of human interaction. So I think that's just his way of trying to, yeah, like Wilson, yeah, with that one movie where like he like drew the face on the ball and he called him Wilson and he was taught it exactly like that. You know, I think it's just his way of trying to get that like, you know, interaction. You know what I mean?
you'll do whatever they ask, no matter how stupid or pointless it is, because after all, they're paying you. You know, I don't miss that. Money created
wouldn't
this
miss that
like
either.
really sick relationship with other people.
I agree.
Once someone gives you money,
Castaways.
it becomes a trap and it's really hard to escape.
Castaways.
You know, I used to hate having a boss breathe
I
down
think
my
it was
neck.
Aloha. We are.
I'd work an 8-hour
I think that's what the song was.
and honestly, I'd only
I think that's the song.
probably only worked.
It's been
2
so
of
long,
those
I have a
hours.
hard time remembering it.
The rest of the time, I just walk around with my clipboard, pretending to be busy. I'd move quickly, you know, like I had somewhere important to be, just to look productive. That's what a boss likes to see. Motion.
It's gonna be your stim for the next couple hours. Oh, okay, you know what? This is kind of gonna derail things for a moment. That reminds me, Core, remember there was this one thing very recently. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing we forgot about it. Probably shouldn't be bringing this up. But me and Core had this one thing that we were like, I can't remember. I think he was the one that brought it up. And then we both just started stimming on it. And every time one of us would stim on it, the other one would like continue the stim. And it was just a cycle of me and Core just stimming. It was, oh my god. You're gonna have the Castaways as your stem. Me and Boke stim back and forth constantly. All the fucking time. All the fucking time. It will start with the most simple things. It really will. And then it just like spirals. Putting the stim in stimulation though, it keeps the mind busy. True. Very true. Also, is 100% something bad about to happen? That's why I keep pausing the videos when I talk, because I don't want to miss something. I don't want any of us to miss anything, you know what I mean? But yeah, we should probably get back to this before we, Core would constantly stim when streaming. I think that was what we would mostly do when we streamed together. When we're playing Warframe, I would make a noise, and he would start making a noise, and then it would just become a stim that was just going back and forth. Oh my god, it's all the fucking time.
They want to see you doing something, even when the real work only took like 2 hours, you know? You know, if they catch you sitting, they get pissed. Even if there's nothing left to do, you know? So I'd fake it.
Yeah, some
I'd walk
jobs
around,
fucking suck.
look busy, you know? Make them feel like they're getting their money's worth.
Wait, there was another knock.
Left to do, you know? So I'd fake it. I'd walk around, look busy.
Yeah, that was definitely another
you know,
knock.
make them feel like they're getting their money's worth, but they weren't.
That's just trying to get in, and meanwhile he's
It's
ranting
like
about
they'd rather see you
capitalism and
miserable
work.
and in motion than calm and at ease. Makes no sense.
Sounds like someone
It's like they
tapping
need
on
to
the
see
window, like
struggle
glass.
to feel justified in paying you.
Wait, maybe that's why he's talking. Maybe he knows there's something at the window tapping, but he knows that checking it would just kind of, you know, like he's just trying to ignore it, you know what I mean? So maybe that's why he's constantly talking to, like, I don't know, like, distract himself, maybe? He said put noisemakers on the doors so he could hear them coming. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe they are just tapping on the window like Core said, so maybe they're not necessarily trying to get in, but they're just tapping on the window.
So, I pretended. Because if I didn't, I'd get shit for it, you know? And life is already hard enough, you know? You don't need someone coming down on you for being efficient, you know? Now I know, if I said that to an employer or a business owner, they probably think I'm the worst type of employee. But
No, you're very
come on,
justified
man.
for it.
Do you expect me to care about selling bullshit plastic products while I'm spending my finite time being here? You know? Now, I know it wasn't my boss, you know, personally.
Oh, there's another
But
one.
it was what he represented, you know, it was the whole system built so, like, rich people could get richer and everybody else sort of wastes their time. And maybe if I wasn't forced to make money, I'd have time to foster the skills that truly make an impact, but that isn't realistic, though, so.
You wonder what his job was? I'm assuming it was like a customer service.
As much
Type
as
of
I
job?
miss my family,
That's what it sounds like.
they kept asking me to get a cell phone. I remember thinking to myself, like,
Yeah, he mentioned something. Okay, he was either customer service or he was a salesperson. I personally think sales people are basically still in customer service, to be honest. Because a part of selling your product is appeasing the customer, finding what you need to do to appease the customer with your product. So, yeah, I think, yeah, he might have been like a salesperson. He said he used a clipboard at work. Sex toy? I don't know about that one. I don't think he did that. I don't think he was doing that. He said he was use a clipboard at work. Yeah, if he was using a clipboard, yeah, maybe he was like a salesperson. Either that or he might have worked in a warehouse. A warehouse is possible too. Now that I think about it.
no, I'm not doing that, you know?
These
Because
old
once they
bones.
knew I
I
had
hope
a
you be
phone,
good.
I'd be available to them,
Oh God, it's
available
Funko
to them
Pops.
all the time, and I don't want to be available to people all the time. Sometimes I'd even lie. I'd say, I'm going to be out when I was actually going to be home, just so I had an excuse not to answer. And, maybe that's selfish. Maybe
No. Bro, trust me, it happens. Sometimes you just need time to yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting time to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that at all. If it makes it easier for you to get time to yourself by lying and saying that you're busy, then who the fuck cares? Get time to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, everybody needs a little bit of time to themselves every once in a while. Wait, I missed what he said about the cell phone. Here, hold up. Let me go back.
Because once they knew I had a phone, I remember thinking to myself, like, no, I'm not doing that, because once they knew I had a phone,
Is he talking about his work?
I'd be available.
How far back do I need to go? I probably need to go this far
And
back.
maybe if I wasn't forced
I feel
to make
lonely.
money, I'd have time to foster the skills that truly make an impact, but that isn't realistic, though, so. As much as I miss my family,
Oh, he was talking about
they
his
kept
family knowing
asking
he has
me
a
to get
phone.
a cell phone.
Okay.
I remember
That's
thinking
what he
to
was
myself,
talking about.
like, no, I'm not doing that, because once they knew I had a phone, I'd be available to them all the time, and I don't want to be available to people all the time. Sometimes I'd even lie. I'd say, I'm going to be out when I was actually going to be home, just so I had an excuse not to answer.
Yeah, no,
And,
that's totally valid.
Maybe that's selfish. Maybe I just, didn't want to talk.
Very odd white flicker from the
Maybe I
fire.
just
It is a
wanted
little
to be
odd.
left
I think it's
alone.
just the way that the video is edited.
Getting a cell phone felt like it was
'Cause there is some
inviting
filters
people
put
into
on
my
this.
life on demand, and I didn't want that. Just like, it's not natural for people to have that kind of access to another person. I don't know. That's at least what I think, and I know it probably comes from an inability to disappoint people. Some would say, why don't you just say no if they ask, but I don't know, sometimes no doesn't feel like a complete sentence.
That sounded like a much louder knock. Was that
If
just
I said
me?
I wasn't available, they want a reason. And maybe the reason is I just, like, I don't want to talk right now, or I was planning to watch a movie. It sounds small, but it wasn't to me. It wasn't. Maybe that's what I needed, Feels like modern
You do what
day
you do to
communication
get
was
your
the
alone time,
thief
you know?
of life.
Don't feel guilty for
After
having
a
your
long
alone
day,
time.
sometimes all I wanted to do to unwind was just, relax. Just relax. But saying I need to relax never felt like a good enough reason to fall short of somebody else's expectations. Even though it should have been.
No, you can't be, like, expecting yourself to be at somebody's expectations all the time, like 100% of the time. No one is going to meet everyone's expectations 100% of the time. That's just not possible. So it's just a good idea to take care of yourself. Make sure you are good mentally too. Not just other people, you too. What I want to know is what the hell is on his pillow that needs to be censored? Okay, so it's not just you wondering. I've been staring at that little sensor thing for a while, wondering if it's like an actual sensor, like a smudge on the lens, or what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's a sensor or a smudge or something. I don't know.
So I didn't ask for it, I just took it. And if I had to lie to protect that time, I
We
did.
just had his pipe
Because I
out.
shouldn't have to
Like, fuck, I need to
justify
smoke. I needed to
wanting
smoke after this
peace.
one.
And I know.
It was just another knock. You know what? I will say that if I was in his position, My first place that I'm going to like get supplies, a dispensary, 100% of the time. Going to a dispensary first, then I'll go get other supplies. Because if I'm gonna be like put on hell on earth like this, I cannot do it sober. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind like he is.
That's avoidant.
I will.
Maybe that was life challenging me to grow, but sometimes I just don't want to grow. Sometimes I just want to rest. It
Yeah,
defeats
there's
the
nothing wrong with
purpose of
that. Rest.
relaxing if I have to grow while doing it. You know, sometimes I want to say no to the challenge. Put a boundary around life itself, which sounds arrogant because it's impossible. You know, and maybe it's a mirror showing me something about myself that, you know, I don't want to see. My unhealthy desire to numb, my avoidance. Maybe it's showing me something deeper. I don't know.
This poor guy is
Maybe the
going
truth is
through it right now. I feel so bad for him.
I really was afraid I was incapable of connecting with other people the way I wanted to. And that I would never feel close to my family and my friends, not the way I wanted to. At least, you know, and maybe that's why I kept telling myself
This whole
that
house is gonna be full of nesters when he goes downstairs.
people only want to
100%.
use my time. Because it's easier.
The only thing is I don't know if he covered every entrance with the noise stuff and the booby traps. It sounds like he did, and I hope he did, because if not, I think a nester got in his house. If he did, I think that a nester is outside, but I don't think he's safe. So yeah, I don't know. He did just places that he couldn't lock. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, 100%. Bro is stressing about people that are likely dead as well. Oh, 100%. He's like ranting on about like how the past life was and how money like ruled everything with people's relationships and all of this other stuff. And granted, he is bringing up a lot of valid things. However, he is doing this in a situation that he should be trying to lay low from nesters, and meanwhile the entire time we're just hearing knocks and taps, just probably on windows. I'm assuming on windows like Core said, because if he really did get the places, if he only got places he couldn't lock, yeah, I wonder if there is a nester inside then.
To believe that.
There might be a nester inside.
Than to imagine that they actually wanted to spend time with me. Get to know me. You know, some days this self-hatred really runs so deep, and I still can't picture people actually wanting to talk to me just to talk to me. It's safer to believe that everybody is a time-sucking vampire than to actually risk rejection.
This poor guy. I feel so bad for him. Oh my god.
You know, I don't know when I became so guarded.
Life sucks, move forward with it, and leave shit in the past. Bro needs to sharpen those knives instead of collect all of the free nester meats. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, like, he's, like, working through a lot, and I think he's just doing this to keep his mind busy, because even this whole segment just says, I feel lonely. It's just a lot of, I feel lonely. And then, whatever after that. I'm not gonna spoil anything. So, yeah, I think he's just trying to, like, I don't know, process things?
I never really felt safe around other people. You know, if something bad happened, I never felt safe enough to share the pain with someone else, so I faced it alone. And with nowhere to let it out.
Dude, who hurt this man?
Until it got so deep.
I think we need to beat up whoever hurt this man. We do.
Talk about it, you know?
Actually, they're probably dead, but we still
People
need
would
to beat
ask
him
me,
up.
What's wrong? I just
This
say,
poor man.
I don't know.
It sounds like he
And I
got
used to tell
betrayed by
myself that when
somebody.
the pain gets great, and it gets
Kind of
great
feels like he's
enough, I'll
gonna
share.
discover that he thrives in the apocalypse because he
I
didn't
didn't
fit
want
in
to
the
bother
old world.
anybody. Just felt like, you know, it's not bad enough yet to burden others yet. And then one day,
Zelly, right?
my brother
I think
died,
so.
and I still couldn't share the pain.
Nestor's beat you to that. Oh yeah.
That excuse to keep putting it off, it's bottomless. It won't end
He do not.
until I make a beginning. And that loneliness, it just breeds anger, blame, bitterness. I'd give given anything to let that go.
Yeah,
just didn't know
this
how.
man is not.
So
Okay.
I'm alone, I don't have
That sound kind of scared me, not gonna lie, but I think that was just the fire settling. I think that was just the fire settling
to
behind
face
him.
any of that, you know? I'm not disturbed.
I forgot what I was gonna say when I paused, but
So anyway, I have my affirmation.
the fire
I tell
scared me too
myself every
much.
day, and preparing me for when I see other people again. And it goes like this. I am likable and I attract genuine connection. So, I say that
I
to
mean, that's
myself
not a
every day.
bad
Pretty
thing to
good, right?
do. Yeah, no, that isn't a bad thing to do. That sounds like actually
So when
pretty
people
healthy
enter the
to do.
picture, everything surfaces. Resentment, worry, doubt, fear.
This is a hell lot of build-up. I know, right?
Giving
It's
my
better be
time
worth it.
Forced me to confront all of that.
I'm tempted to skip to the bedtime segment, but
It
I don't want to
pushes me
miss anything
speak
that
up
might
when
happen,
staying
you know what I mean?
quiet and just feel so much more comfortable and safer. So yeah, I'm protective of my time. Not a good that's doing me now. And it's really because anything that wants to take it also stirs up everything that I'm still trying to keep buried. Anyway, that's it. Alright. I think it's
Sleep,
time
sleep.
to
Sleep, sleep.
hit the hay.
Man is just unpacking everything he thought, but didn't want
It's
to,
been a
or
long day.
couldn't say before. Oh, most likely, yeah. He's probably
that was a
reached that,
tasty
like,
meal.
breaking point in his, mental right now.
I have 2 chins.
I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all.
Oh,
I could only imagine what that type of isolation would do to,
Alright.
to like, most people.
see you in the morning.
Oh no, that's not good. He woke up early. What's with the flashing?
What am I seeing right now? That's fire. That's definitely fire.
Oh, did something try to get in? Well, it's definitely hurting it. He got out. Yeah, he went outside to check the fire trap. What? Hello? Were you barbecue? You know what? I wonder if in the next video he's gonna cut it up and eat it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that's gonna be his next meal in the next video? Is him cutting it up and eating it? It's fucking screaming its ass off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Definitely hurt it. That means that it is killable. Oh, hi. Hello? How are you doing, sir? Or ma'am? I can't really tell. I don't know if nesters have genders. Bring back Windows Movie Maker. Honestly, yes, I agree. It's so shitty, but at the same time, I agree. Okay. He looks like he's screaming Pog. It kinda does, yeah.
I decided to
With
come
the
up
circular,
north last night
the circular mouth.
just to get away.
Hildren! Welcome
I
on
actually
in. We're
found this place
watching
a
some
while
analog
back,
horror.
traveling from the city to Big House. Thinking about my recovery today. My recovery from...
He finally moved. He finally moved on. I was hoping that we weren't gonna see him in that same house after that. If he stayed in that house after that, it would have been so stupid. I'm so glad he didn't do that. I'm so glad he moved on. Oh my gods. The face the neighbor has when he realizes his wife is cheating on him with his dad. Both that scream clip showed up and you were not prepared. You got freaking goosebumps in the entire body. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Zelly.
Bad habits, trauma,
sorry.
the grief. Just never feels like I'm doing enough for my own recovery.
Funny, last time during the parts of the first video, we see the present there are different, so it's a different fireplace. Oh yeah, true, in the first video with the narration, he never actually entered that place that he was filming at in that video. It was a different video. So yeah, maybe this is like gonna be the next place.
Especially
Yeah,
now in
you're
like
right.
current circumstances where I feel such a lack of security that I don't have time to spend addressing anything that's going on inside. And now with the mirror of other people gone,
Why is he moving
don't
so
know.
slow? I think he's just walking in
I
a
used to see
circle to
people
talk to the
judging my
camera.
habits, and I'd
I
feel
don't
this
think he's
pressure.
trying to walk anywhere in
You
particular.
know, I gotta change something, but I can't. Or I don't want to. It's true, I don't want to. I wondered if anybody else felt that way ever.
It's day, so nesters are easier to see. True. Yeah, he doesn't
You're
have to worry
addicted to
about being
something.
outside like he does at night. At night, they're
I
so
know
hard to
it's
see.
hurting me and likely other people, but truthfully,
Oh my god, my guy, it's okay. I feel so bad for
truthfully,
him.
I
Who the fuck
just
hurt him?
don't want to stop.
God damn.
To say that I don't want to stop, it's terrifying, you know? To say that to another person is terrifying because it doesn't feel acceptable to say.
His eyes are still spooky. I'm starting to
You
think
know,
it's
the
just because
truth
that's
is,
how his eyes look.
I'm in
I don't
pain.
think that there's anything in particular
It's
with
not
him.
getting better. And I don't want to work on it. But it's the truth, and the truth is the truth. I don't want to stop. I needed someone who could hear me say that, but I could never muster the courage. Because to admit that I don't want to stop something that is hurting me, it opens me up for what I fear the most.
Your self-destructive habits?
Being abandoned. You know?
Your
It
self-destructive
opens
habits?
the door for somebody to finally say, you're right. You're not worth it if you don't behave. But what is behaving anyway? You know, not inconveniencing you, not inconveniencing other people. I mean, this is
What
me.
is this segment called?
Now, I mean, you can argue that in the face of addiction that it's not you technically, but
Bro doesn't
the
even
fear
know
that
what
drives me
he'd
to it
be.
is part of
Oh,
me.
true.
Or the
He has a fear of abandonment now, is fully alone. Yeah, that's why I'm like, his mental is deteriorating quickly now. Like, before, it was indeed noticeable, but right now, it is very, very, like, yeah, it's happening really quickly. His mental is just going down the shitter. And I think it is definitely because he's fully alone. And then now that he's opened up about his fear of abandonment, yeah, I think you're right, Tommy. I think it's kind of... It's such a bad combo.
that fear is real or
That is such a bad combo.
made up.
He also says he has an addiction. He's very much going through
It's
withdrawals.
insane
Yeah.
how I contorted myself. I twist myself into an acceptable version of myself for other people, everyone else. And who makes these ideals? These expectations that we're judged by Hollywood?
Blake! Blake! Wait, he's an addict? Yeah, he mentioned earlier in this video that he was an addict. Well, actually, I think he also mentioned in the other video too. But yeah, no, he is definitely, like, going through it in all manner of capacity. Like, you know, for one, he's isolated, right? He's completely isolated and alone. And the only thing, the only, I guess, like, non-inanimate objects that's around him are the nesters, and nesters are both not friendly and friendly. And from the sounds of it, like from the past videos, he's even admitted to hanging out with nesters, basically. Because he's admitted that, like, yeah, sometimes they're fine, and then other times they just, like, switch and now they're angry. And it's very obvious that he was trying to, like, hang out with the nesters. And I think it's because of the isolation. And then on top of that, now, like, like, you know, we were talking about before with the fear of abandonment and everything like that. And then, you know, he probably can't, like, you know, get to his addiction, which is leading to withdrawals, which means, yeah, just in general, everything that's happening to this man is completely deteriorating his, like, mental health. His mental is going down the shitter. I wonder how long it's gonna be before he ends up, like, kinda... not really, like, insane, but kinda... you can tell that he lost a lot of sanity, kind of thing. Because we're already kind of seeing it now, where he's starting to lose that sanity. I don't know, I still think the sensor thing in the last video was a censored pipe or something. It probably could have been a pipe, and maybe that was, like, something that he found to, like, keep his addiction at bay. Maybe it was his addiction, and that was what he found to keep it at bay. I don't think that was his addiction, but I wouldn't doubt it either. The series keeps making you switch between thinking it's a real apocalypse or just in his head. He's definitely insane. I think the apocalypse is real, but I do think that he is definitely going insane, 100%. And I think that the more that we're, like, watching, I think the faster it's happening. If that makes sense. Like, the further we get in, the faster it seems to be happening. That's what all of this is, yeah. Well, there's also the possibility, yeah, it could still be in his head that there are people around, and he's just kinda that far gone. That's a possibility. But with some of the things that we've seen, I don't know. I'm betting on the apocalypse part is real, but everything else is kind of him, like, losing it. He slipped over the edge. Yeah, because I'm also trying to think, well, this is, like, found footage. You know what? No, if it's found footage, yeah, it probably could be all in his head. Imagine in the last video, it switches and we see the Nestors as normal people and he's just crazy when we're seeing hallucinations he was seeing. Yeah, that is possible. Does he huff Whiteout? I don't think so. Mr. Whiteout keeps chasing him. Yeah, but there's also a possibility Mr. Whiteout is just a Nestor that looks familiar. Bro's having schizophrenia and apocalypse situation has to be the worst things. Oh, 100%. Oh my god, that would be, like, horrendous. His addiction chases him. It's chasing him. You know what? That would be an interesting direction to take this series. 100%. Is everybody still in ads? How's the ads going? It's metaphorical? Yeah, it's like this whole situation was more of a metaphorical for addiction and him going through it. But I'm curious how the show is gonna, or not the show, but I'm curious how the series is gonna take it. Because there's so many directions they could take it at this point. I feel like a lot of these things that we're talking about kind of make sense for the most part. So, I mean, I feel like they could take it quite a few different directions with the series. So I'm into it. I'm into it. I'm into it. I can't see how ads are doing. I would have to move the stuff. But let me know when the ads are over. Actually, wait, hold up. Can't I see it from here? Maybe I can. Let me see. Yeah, you too? Yeah, I'm so excited for the series. I really like this so far. I really, really like this so far. Yeah, I don't see an ad time. Let me go to Creator Dashboard. Let's see. Okay, yeah, ads are over. Okay, we're good.
Religion? Or just general societal fear of repeating history? I don't know. I don't know. Of course there are bad things.
Oh wait, I thought he
out
saw
there.
something.
Objectively, I can't imagine anyone agreeing with intentionally or overpowering someone or treating someone less than human. I don't. But then I think about the things that we call bad but aren't. I mean, I don't think death, a natural disaster, fit that category.
I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, to be honest with you.
Death isn't bad, it's just
With how isolated he
unknown.
was.
It's just scary. A natural disaster is just Earth doing its thing. It's not acting with bad intentions. It just is what it is. Anyway, all this makes me think of who I molded myself to be.
You're
for
lost
other
now,
humans.
Zelly. Right now, think of what he's
Also,
doing
that
is just kind of rambling.
God forbid, I wouldn't be abandoned and left
It
for
feels like
dead.
he's literally just rambling right now.
Well,
Nestors
look at
equals
me now.
asylum staff.
I
Oh,
mean-
that's possible.
It happened anyway. I'm not so sure it matters anymore. I mean, I don't have to be anything anymore. I don't have to be a man, whatever that means. I can cry anytime,
That's true, he's
anywhere.
You know what? That's true. If that is true, he burnt a staff member to death. Because he did burn that one Nestor.
I can be afraid
Fuck.
without the worry of what it says about me. Makes me wonder why I didn't allow myself to do it earlier. Makes me wonder why I didn't just maybe pretend like people were gone all along. But then again, how can I learn to accept these things if no one is around to witness it? How can I be accepted for it and prove the fear wrong if there's no
Guys are
one
so
there?
creepy as hell. Oh, 100%. They're so pale. Like, they're such a pale blue.
I guess I'll
It looks so
just have to
uncanny.
learn to accept it for myself. Anyway, we got a nester.
Oh.
2 o'clock,
Okay.
so
Wait, did that Nestor just show up, or have you been just kind of talking while the Nestor was watching you? I kind of need to know this, because that just kind of happened. So...
I'm gonna get out of here before it catches me.
there he is. Oh, it made a noise when it did? Oh, okay, it just showed up. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought he was just kind of rambling while the Nestor was there. I'm like, were you gonna mention that, or... Fuckers!
Okay, day...
My
I don't
wife
know.
cheated on me with my father.
Since I've seen another human being.
No.
I was attacked by a nester today. I was out on the northern end of the state when I wasn't paying enough attention to my surroundings and...
Is it me, or do the Nestors look different now? I remember the Nestors looking a lot more shinier, but granted, I don't think we saw one during the day. And when we did, it would look more like a black silhouette, you know what I mean? Rather than a Nestor. But now, like, they have, like, the little... like, face, you know what I mean? Like... I think they changed. I think they're, like, evolving or something. Either that or just, I don't know, just didn't fully see one in the daytime. Until now. He's back in that- wait, no way. He's going back to that house? Why would- Maybe they upped that budget? Yeah, there's a good chance that they did. Yeah, I don't think they look like Scrooge.
Okay, day... Yeah, I don't know. Since I've seen another human being.
Yeah, he's definitely lost track of days.
I was attacked by a nester today. I was out on the northern end of the state when I wasn't paying enough attention to my surroundings and I ran into a nester. It tried to maul me and it ripped my shirt. Luckily it didn't draw any blood. So, after the attack...
Was that the Nestor's blood, or was... Because you said you didn't... It didn't draw any blood, so... Was that... I didn't mean to do that. Was that the Nestor's blood?
Luckily it didn't draw any blood.
Go back to what he said it tried to do. It tried to maul him.
It tried to maul me and it
Yeah, it
ripped
tried to
my
maul
shirt.
him.
Luckily, it didn't draw any blood. So, after the attack, I had to quickly regroup and get cleaning supplies. So, I headed for a market. Luckily, I had prepared earlier in the day,
Target.
reinforcing
I like
traps and baking
Target.
cookies. So when I got
Target's
back after the
nice.
attack, I could relax and recover while the traps did their job. But something followed me back.
Come right this way.
He's having the time of his life, bro. He booby trapped this other house. He set up a fucking AK-47 that moves itself. That is such, like, I don't know. You know what? Like, it's so weird. Sometimes he does these really stupid things, and then he does these really smart things. You know what I mean? Oh my god. Where did the rifle come from? He said he went to the market, and if he's in America, I'm pretty sure he found a gun at the market. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about Targets. I do know Walmarts do in fact sell weapons in certain states. And there's a good chance that a Target might in some states as well. So he probably, yeah, he probably found it at the market. Going America on its full ass, or on its full ass for real. Yeah, I don't know if he's getting it delivered through Amazon, cause yeah, Tommy has a point. I don't know who's delivering it. Nesters? Why would Nesters deliver a weapon to a man that they're trying to like attack? These Nesters are very conflicting beings.
But something followed me back.
Come right this way.
It's like Home Alone but murder, right? Oh, I fucking love it.
I woke up early. It was a quiet morning, so I brewed some coffee.
He
and
has
prepped some
cookies, so it's chill. Yeah, he's chilling, man. He's vibing. He set up his like traps and everything.
All
He's
right,
vibing
I got
now.
a pot of coffee brewing. Got a fresh cup right here. I'm gonna prep some cookies for tonight because I'm going to the northern side of the state.
I mean, he also
later
somewhere
today,
chill.
and
Well,
it's a trek, and I just want some.
well, earlier he said that sometimes they're chill, but they can flip at the drop of a dime and just turn immediately hostile at the same time. So, if anything, treat him like a bipolar person with very severe schizophrenia, maybe. I don't know. Fuck, I
Something
don't
sweet
know.
for when I get home, so I'm gonna prep here. It's a super easy recipe.
Bro's getting past
Three
his first
ingredients,
months
and
of
it's
Zomboid, for real
absolutely
though.
delicious. I think that'll be really nice for when I get home later tonight. So the ingredients are peanut butter, sugar, and eggs. Like I said, very simple. So we're gonna do 1 cup of peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter cookies are pretty easy to make. Why does that peanut butter look like chocolate? I think that's just, maybe that's just
Next,
the filter he
sugar.
has on. Looks like chocolate. It doesn't look like peanut
In
butter.
goes the sugar. Finally, 1 egg.
You made cookies, those cookies before they're chill. Oh yeah.
Can't believe how simple this recipe is, seriously.
It really is surprisingly simple. I don't think people realize how simple.
1 sec.
Take us with you! Take us with you!
Okay, everything's all good. Just a Nestor. Nestor at the door.
Just
but
a net.
he moved on. And this is kind of like the consistency we're getting. So, next we have to roll them into balls and put them on a baking sheet. A little bit of parchment paper.
He didn't take us with him. What the fuck?
Roll them into balls, just like that. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna try some of this batter. Right,
That's
come
just
on.
you making cookies,
So now
Jimmy?
next what I want to do is I'm going to flatten them into
making
cookies and give them
cookies?
just kind of a
We
cute
want
little
cookies?
design with this fork. So I like to do a little crisscross design.
1 cup peanut butter, 1/2 cup sugar, and 1 eggy. Yeah, they're like peanut butter cookies are so simple to make. They're so good too. They're so good and they're so simple. And they like, yeah, they hardly take up any ingredients. Honestly, they're, if like you're craving a dessert, but like you don't, you're kind of broke, it's the best thing you can have. 100%. Yeah, them cookies, fuck.
It's actually a little bit easier if you smush them
Good-ass
down
cookies.
first with your hands and then put the design on. Again, the
Peanut
design
butter
is
melted,
optional.
instant oatmeal,
I
and
just,
anything you
I got
want
nothing
tossed
going
in.
on,
Good snack,
so-
toss in fridge,
So
chill,
these
turn into balls or cut in bars.
Are ready to go.
Kinda similar to what he's doing, but not really.
And later tonight, I'm gonna bake
He
them.
didn't do melted peanut
After
butter.
prepping the cookies, I made my way north. I had seen on my map there was a clearing with various structures, some type of facility, and I wanted to see what it was.
Oh, yeah! Maybe stay away from that one. Why is it called Subject? I have no idea why it was called Subject.
All right, we're here at this
The facility. You know what?
strange
What if this facility is where the Nestors came from? What if?
facility, so I'm just gonna wander around and see if there's anything here. I found this strange sculpture.
Looks like a goat head.
Gonna continue
Yeah, like a
to
torn
walk the
down goat
grounds.
head.
Yeah, it's a cold day today. I'm looking forward to a warm fire tonight. This one right here.
Oh.
What is that?
It looks like a leftover part of a ruin of a building. Aliens? Devil worshippers? What shall it be? Maybe it's in a simulation and this is real. Some asshole wanted to see what would happen if they put a guy through this shit. Maybe. I mean, that would explain why everything is, like, perfect. Like, there's no disturbance, like the nesters were, like, hurting other people, or the nesters got to other people. There's no disturbances like that that we've seen. It's always been just, like everybody just instantly vanished. So, I mean, a simulation? I don't think that would really be that far-fetched, given how, like, you know, the circumstances. What if SCP and some schizophrenia guy, like, created his own pocket realm? Imagining humanity and forgot to create it. That's like some Elder Scrolls
This is
shit,
a really
Core.
interesting figure here.
It reminds me of the, like, the dream, or, like, you know, being in a Mad God's dream kind of, like, vibe. Gives me the same vibe.
This looks like some sort of like a colonial building that's melting. For the last couple weeks, I've been
I did not see all of those ripples before. Holy fuck. What is happening to that building?
melting. For the last couple
That
weeks,
is
I've
weird.
been squatting in this house. It's got, you know, running water, has a running stove, it has electricity, although I'm not really supposed to turn it on at this time. Wandering around the cities and the towns that are now vacant, I found a mall. Wasn't really anything there. I found some sort of an underground corridor. That was pretty cool.
Electricity, water, or gas failure. Yeah, like,
These books.
should we go to that
Darkest
room?
Hours. I should probably rewrite that book
What happened to his
myself.
voice?
Whoop. Hello.
Okay, bro. Hello. I'm
I'm gonna
Mr.
keep
Alien.
walking.
I'm Mr. Alien. Sheer Gorath realm? Oh my god.
Oh boy. I can tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit lonely today. You find a weird place like this, but you don't have anybody to kind of, you know, share it with. I really miss laughing. I laugh to myself a lot these days, but I miss the camaraderie of laughing with another person.
Dude, what a mood though. I mean, like, that's sad, but at the same time, like, no, I feel it. The fuck is that? Wait, what do you mean the fuck is what? What did you see? Did you see something? Oh, did you see this? I think this was a playground. I think. I don't know. Actually, it doesn't really look like a playground now that I'm staring at it. But it looked like he found a playground earlier. You know? This is when the Nester's gonna fucking jump him. Oh, 100%. Oh yeah, no, the Nester's gonna jump him. Ricky! Hi, Ricky! How you doing? We are currently watching some found footage right now. Oh, those little buildings? I want to say it was like the playground that he was at, because, I mean, that's what it looked like he was at, but, I mean, I don't know, honestly. Because the more I'm looking at, the more I'm like, that doesn't look like a playground.
Oh boy. I can tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit lonely today. You find a weird place like this, but you don't have anybody to kind of, you know, share it with. I really miss laughing. I laugh to myself a lot these days, but I miss the camaraderie of laughing with another person. I gotta admit, I used to have some pretty elaborate jokes. I remember as a joke, I changed
He's walking by some
my name
strange
to my
structures.
father's name, Gail. And I started to, like, you know, drag.
Gel. You know, there was, the one reason I downloaded Twitter for the very first time and I made a Twitter. It was because there was an account I kept seeing that kept popping up on Instagram. And the account was, ran by an older lady named Gail. and she would just post the most fucking random shit, and I loved it. She was just a shit poster.
Dress like him.
I
And,
loved it.
you know,
I don't know
wears
what it is,
glasses
but
and
old
stuff
people
like
that are
that,
shit
and
posters.
It was funny. I mean, I think he started. Apparently, he started to get really
Bro's
upset
walking through a
when I started to,
Chernobyl
like,
art
you know, wear
site,
his
right?
pajamas and sleep in his bed.
Like, what the fuck are
You
all
know,
these
make copies of his
structures?
social security card. Then it got kind of. He didn't really think that was funny. Look at this.
Man, I made copies of this dude's social security card, and I don't think he thought it was funny. Excuse me? What was this dude doing? Yeah, sorry, I was talking over that. Here, my bad. That was my bad. Let me restart that. I was talking over that
started to,
one.
like, you know, dress like him and
That was my
you know,
bad.
wear his glasses and stuff like that, and it was funny. I mean, I think he started. Apparently, he started to get really upset when I started to, like, you know, wear his pajamas and sleep in his bed, and, you know, make copies of his social security card. Then it got kind of. He didn't really think that was funny.
What the fuck? He was trying to be his dad? Why?
I'm gonna take a load off for a minute here.
What
Seems
the
like
fuck?
as good a place to sit as any. Found these hash browns.
That
Sounds
is
pretty
so
good right about
random.
now. And they're very crunchy, very filling. You know, well seasoned.
He saw it as a joke, but that's fucked. Oh yeah,
I
no,
can't
that's
remember the
100%
exact
fucked
brand.
up. That's not a joke.
A lot of the
That's not
supermarkets
how you
in
joke.
this area still have running power, which is pretty cool. Hopefully, the generator's still working at this particular grocery store. Keeps it running, which is nice. I'm feeling a bit jumpy.
So I tricked my homie to sleep in an ice tub where I stole his kidney and sold it on the black market, and it was so hilarious. He didn't really laugh at it though. Not much of a humor in that one. You know what? Similar vibe, Core. So that confirms something's wrong with his brain. Oh yeah, no, there's something definitely wrong with his brain, 100%, yeah.
Today because I don't know, I've been noticing a lot of folks out in the woods lately outside, at least out back of where I'm staying right now. They haven't really paid me any attention except for one incident. Actually, I had to burn one of these figures that was out in the back of the house.
Yeah, we
Wow,
remember
it really
that
opens
one.
up out here.
Yeah.
Check it out. Wow.
Are you sure there's not a nester hiding in that? Yeah, something's wrong with it, man. Oh, 100%.
I gotta say, I feel a little bit better being on this open space than in the closed off woods. Is this like a home that was like almost built?
It looks like someone started building it, but they didn't really finish building it.
Got
Like it was
these
supposed to be like
little
a...
stools here. God, I should have brought gloves. Really not fall time anymore. I mean, it's not like early fall. I wish I kept like a calendar of days. I don't really know exactly what month it is. I'm gonna guess it could honestly be mid-December for all I know. All right, let's keep moving.
What the fuck is that? What is that? You know what it looks like? You know those workout machines, right? That you hold in the center, and you hold it, and it shakes. So you're sitting there going like, you know what? It's not gonna work with how my hand tracking works. But it's sitting there going like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's so hard to explain when my hand tracking won't pick it up properly. But it's like those those machines were supposed to, you know, quote unquote work out for you. That's what it kind of looks like. Looks like a dick. A hyper realistic version of a creeper. It kind of looks like both, yeah. Yeah, true. Alexa, welcome in. Welcome in. We are currently watching an analog horror. We wrapped up some King of the Castle earlier. Shake and bake? No, not the shake and bake, but it's like that that workout machine that you're just supposed to hold in the center, and it has two weights on the bottom and top that like shake on their own up and down. Oh, shake and wait. Yeah. I think that might be it. A shake and wait. Yeah, maybe. I think that might be it. It kind of looks like that. Wait, never mind. It doesn't look like that anymore after he zoomed in for a while. It looks too blocky. It looks like a unrendered game asset. What? Shake weight? Is that what it is? Yeah. Shake weight, shake and weight? Yeah, I think it's something like that. What the fuck? You can actually walk inside of it?
I can see the radio tower from here. That's about a mile south of my house, so.
Bro got that bitch.
Houses.
He has a bitch face. Is that what you're saying, Zelly? It's a mech?
Get back. I really need to start a fire. It's
just a giant mech statue.
Goodbye, little sculpture statue. Look out.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is that? Was just like a spot where a lot of like art sculptures got abandoned or something? So strange.
This is our next bizarre.
Oh no, you're saying the building has a face. He's gonna get cornered. If he keeps going in tiny ass like areas like that, 100%. Like, why would you go into a tiny area like that when you're outside?
Hey-o. This is definitely one of the stranger structures that I found at this facility. Oh.
That would be awkward if a plane flew over him right now. Wait, okay, so because obviously this isn't like real, I wonder if there was ever a moment where that actually happened when he was filming and he had to like refilm what he was doing because of the plane, or if he's ever had to like edit out something like a plane.
Oh.
Why are you going in this pipe? You're gonna get trapped. I'm surprised you didn't get trapped.
Paul Pierce.
Is that just a tree of basketball hoops? What the fuck? Yeah, no, this is definitely like an area where a lot of art sculptures were abandoned. There's no way.
Fun experience.
There's no way.
You know, things have been a little tight, a little serious lately. You know,
What is he doing? He wants to investigate this area because he thinks that there's like this facility or something here. So far he's only come across a bunch of sculptures, and yeah, he was totally trying to just throw in hoops. 100%. You can remove objects like from a video like you can with Photoshop. It might be done. Yeah, I think I've had to do that before for school, and I think I did it in Nuke is where I did it in. So I know you can do it in Nuke, and on top of that, Nuke does indeed have a free they do have a free version that is completely free. It isn't a trial version. I think you're just limited on like how you export your videos. I think you're just limited on that. But there is obviously the paid version that he might have too, and that would help. But there's other places he could do it in. He could probably do it in DaVinci too.
Been feeling
most
a bit
likely
spooked out by some of what's been going on around my
Yeah, it's pretty
house,
easy to do in DaVinci. Yeah, he also probably did in
a lot of times
DaVinci.
it feels like you're pushed out of a place, and I've been starting to get that feeling a little bit more and more lately. It's getting dark, so I do need to get home. Because I don't want to be out after dark. Things don't get better after dark.
Once again, I mismanaged my time. As if I'm...
No Oh my god. He's out here throwing hoops, going in these like tiny pipes, potentially getting himself cornered, and he's all like, you know, it's kind of dark. I may have mismanaged my time. No duh. He keeps fucking doing this? He does. He has such a bad habit of it. Oh my god, man does not have good time management skills. I can't say shit, but goddamn, dude.
looking to find pain.
Goddamn.
I could feel it on my skin. And that's when it struck.
Well, there it is.
There
That
was
was
something
what
different about
cornered
this
him.
nester, though. I kept thinking I lost him, and then I'd see him again. Usually they forget quickly, but not this one. I was able
Oh.
to gain some distance between me and it.
Was he remembering?
Luckily, it had a very distinct sound, so I could track its distance from me on my CB radio.
Why is he calling himself subject?
Next, I had to get some cleaning supplies to wash off the dirt from the attack and calm my nerves.
He was in a bath
To wash
with
off the dirt from
fucking-
the attack and calm my nerves.
with fucking cucumbers on his eyes. What do you mean he's calling himself subject? Look. This thing right here. See how it's like,
Luckily,
you know, tracking them?
it
The
had a very
Nestor's
distinct
location
sound,
subject? I'm
so I
pretty
could
sure
track
he's
its
calling
distance
himself
from me on my
subject.
CB radio.
Also, Alexa, congrats on the 3 consecutive streams.
Next, I had to get some cleaning supplies to wash off the dirt from the attack and calm my nerves.
So others are like animals, but I am very aware. Puppet UCN. Oh my god. The market! It's Target! He's at Target, guys!
Gotta be quick about this.
He's at Target. Oh! I didn't even think about that. The organization that found this footage is calling him subject. Oh, I think you're right, Zelly. I think it is organization, not him. Yeah, my bad. Add all this stuff together. Yeah, I think it's the organization that's, you know, quote-unquote putting this together. So dark, why are you taking a mental health day to Target? And on top of that, this was immediately after he was attacked by a Nestor. Immediately after, he's like, I need a mental health day. And then he goes to Target and he gets himself some cucumbers and some, like, I don't know, like some body care stuff. I mean, if he feels that comfortable and he has, like, all these traps, like, I mean, why not? But is it a smart idea? No, it is definitely not a smart idea. Not even close.
Let's see.
Not even close.
A gentle milky toner that soothes and hydrates the skin, or a soft calming formula that nourishes and balances the skin.
Self-care practice chat. Don't forget your self-care.
A brightening serum that boosts glow and evens your skin tone, or a silky serum with blueberry extract to nourish the skin.
You know what? I will say, at the very least, he's committing. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get some stuff that is gonna make me feel good. And you know what? He's actually taking advantage of the fact that, hey, he's in a store alone. Take it. Take it all. Like, you might as well spoil yourself. Because, I mean, realistically, if you were in regular society and you had to pay for all that shit, like, you're gonna at least be spending, like, 100 or so bucks on, like, all of this stuff that he's getting. So shit, like, just do it. Just do it. Don't forget to bring a towel. Make sure it balances and not fucking dying. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, this isn't- I don't think this is gonna be the end of him. I think that he's gonna figure out some way out of it. I think that his booby traps are gonna keep him safe. Because he did say he set up a lot of booby traps, and there definitely was, he was having a fucking blast with those booby traps. So, I do believe that he doesn't feel like he's in danger, though. I do believe that in him. I genuinely think his, like, danger meter's, like, just gone. He doesn't have a danger meter anymore. Bitch better go to a Costco. It's the best place for me a lot of shit. Oh, true, because Costco does all of their shit in bulk. Perfect. Booby traps, aka freaking rifle. Hey, he rigged it up to where he can control it remotely. Like, that's pretty impressive. You have to hand it to him. That, like, he may not always be the smartest cookie, but you know what? He definitely was pretty smart with that. Definitely. Nondescript packaging, also Target, right? Target.
Sure enough, the nester followed me home. I figured if he was going to keep following me, I might as well lead him home into one of my traps. I'd recently updated them and I was excited to hopefully see them work.
You know what this guy is reminding me of? He's kind of starting to turn into a more insane version of Fred from Scooby-Doo. Because remember how, like, Fred, you know, in Scooby-Doo, he was all about his traps. He loved his traps. He's kind of getting hyper fixated on these traps, not gonna lie. Just a little bit. I think he's a little excited about these traps. Jimmy got some weird skills for a guy in customer service. Oh, fuck. True. Kevin Milcaster, yeah.
To hopefully see them work.
I don't know if I said his last name right, but yeah. His bloodlust is growing. It's definitely growing. I don't blame him, though. Like, what else is he gonna do besides fuck with nesters,
I've never really owned a gun.
That's like his
or even
only real
held a
hobby
weapon.
he can have.
But I had recently come across.
Fuck, no wonder he like rigged up a machine to operate it for him. Did you see that?
Now, I'm not a firearm guy. I've never really owned
I can tell.
a gun or even held a weapon. But
Did you see the... I'm not a firearm guy, and then he proceeds to draw... Oh my god. Yeah, we noticed.
Even
We
held
noticed.
a weapon.
Yeah,
But
I
recently
don't
come
blame him for
across
doing
the
a booby
ammunition
trap for the
store,
rifle instead.
And I felt my circumstances warranted it.
I don't know what it is, but there's nothing more zombie apocalypse feeling than seeing a completely empty gun store. I don't know what it is, but just there's just something about it that just gives me zombie apocalypse vibes, you know what I mean? Granted, a lot of this is kind of giving me zombie apocalypse vibes, but especially this, like, gun store right here. Or, well, this gun area, the gun counter. There's a fan theory that Kevin becomes Jigsaw and it has some weight to it. Wait, really? You know, I wouldn't doubt it. He developed those booby traps at a very young age, and they worked a little too well. You're telling me his dad didn't make him learn how to shoot when he was 5? The fuck? Court, not everybody's dad is as psychotic as yours. You know, he's the last person on Earth because no one raided these places for him. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, apocalypse happens, it's going to be grocery stores, pharmacies, and gun stores. Or, like, any type of, like, outdoor store. Like, say, like, Dick's Sporting Goods or, like, Bass Pro. 100% immediately looted. Just off the bat. I mean, if I was gonna go for supplies anywhere that I knew would have all the supplies, that's where I would go. Until they were raided, and then obviously, like, you'd have to find it somewhere else. Think all the people instantly transmitted. Either that, or the theory that Tommy was talking about with the simulation. Possible. Would explain that. If he was, like, put in some sort of simulation. I don't think he was. I think the apocalypse is still real. But that is very possible.
I felt safe. And with my arsenal, I was able to rig a fully automated frontline shooting system that I could control from the comfort of my home. But in order to do that, I needed to run to a hardware store to get parts and supplies.
I don't know why I was saying Home Depot like Red Robin. It just occurred to me I did that. Because after I said Home Depot, I was so tempted to say, like, Yum.
I rigged the system using PVC pipe.
What's fucking wrong with me? London too crowded.
Mechanics
Apocalypse
Twivel.
happened. You're leaving home. Countryside. Yeah, no, it's definitely fair. I would during apocalypse. I would never want to be somewhere there's a lot of people.
Connected to a
100%.
small control
Just
box
never.
that lets me manually operate and automate the weapons from my home.
He's the last person alive, so how did the organization find his footage? Well, the thing is there's no proof that people died from the nesters. There's no proof of anyone dying. It's like they literally, like Cor was saying, they just literally got instant transmitted away to somewhere else, and he was just kind of left behind for some reason. Like, that's kind of like what feels like it happening. He's got good engineering skills for a sales guy. He does. Maybe it was like a hobby of his that he would do outside of work, possibly. I feel like you would have mentioned that, though, by now. Granted. Bought some stuff from the closest dollar store to build a satellite dish that suits space lasers at any nester in a 5-mile radius of me. Imagine.
All a nester needs to do is
He was
walk
an
in
avid
front of the
customer at
infrared
Radio
center
Shack.
and
Oh my
boom.
god, it's Radio
As soon as
Shack.
I got
Is Radio
home,
Shack even still
I rigged
around?
it. The next trap I'm particularly excited about because it's simple yet effective. I call it the mirror trap. The nesters towards the middle of the state are a bit more brain dead and mostly blind, unless of course an object is within a few feet of them. I learned that mirror reflections can really confuse these nesters. So I set up a series of mirrors on the front
Smart.
and the back lawn.
See,
If
he
any
does smart
nester
shit like
catches its own
this.
reflection in one of the mirrors, it'll likely attack it. They usually get cut up and bleed out. Like I said, simple. Third and final trap throws them off my scent. I call it the sound mat.
That's smart.
I rigged a pressure mat outside my front door and connected it to a...
He's an American. What free time outside of work? True. Well, you know what? If he's a sales guy, he probably makes commissions. And if he's a... I was gonna say if he was a good enough sales guy, but I think he mentioned something about, like, he was underperforming. So I was gonna say, if you're a good enough salesman, you can live off of it. It's just, depending on the person, it is very draining to do. It is not something you would typically want to do for the rest of your life, that's for sure. So yeah, you could make good money off of it, decent enough to where that's the only job you need to work, but yeah. He said he skates by, yeah, so I don't think he was a good salesman. I think he was more of a mediocre salesman. And he probably does absolute minimum. Oh, 100%. I guess depending on what he's selling, it wouldn't matter how much work he puts in. He could still make a decent amount, even if he was a mid-performer. It just depends on what he was selling. Because he's only really mentioned that he, like, worked with a clipboard and the way he talked. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he mentioned what he was selling. Did he? This still doesn't answer how this footage was found if he's in a lonely dimension. I honestly have no idea. That's what I'm curious to figure out, like, find out, like, how they explain that. Because it could be, like, he was almost, like, put in another dimension. Like, I don't know if you guys seen some, like, there's some, like, horror movies that I've seen where, like, there would be, like, a group that was on a plane or a train or something like that, and they were on it together, and then they would go to a station, and it's, like, deserted. Like, everybody just, like, disappeared instantly kind of thing. Like, not even, like, got up and walked out, just literally instantly disappeared. There's been, like, I've seen, like, shit like that happen, and then they would get out of said dimension, and then, yeah, so maybe it's, like, something like a dimension thing that they're going for. It could be a simulation thing, and that's how maybe, like, the organization was the people running the simulation, and then that's how they were able to get the footage. It depends on how they, like, where they go with this, really, I feel like. I think episode 1, he said what state he was in, but you forgot. He said plastic products. Plastic products. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's very broad too, because in the US, a lot of things use plastic. So yeah, there's a very good chance that even like as a mediocre salesperson, he could make a decent living. He could probably make a decent living. Maybe not like a great living, but he could probably like get by in life without much issue. as with like only one job, you know? There's a
loudspeaker
chance.
a few yards from my
It just
house.
depends
If
on
a
what
nester steps
plastic
on the
product
mat,
it was.
triggers an alarm. The sound draws them away from the house and towards the
looks so pretty.
speaker. I've also left a bunch of brand new shirts soaked in lake water underneath the speaker. The idea is to confuse the sound and keep them focused on the speaker until they hopefully forget me. With the trap set, I felt safe enough to let my guard down. While I waited for the cookies to bake,
I could tell.
it took some time to clean myself up.
Yeah, this is where he like decides to chill in the tub. He's just vibing. He had to have felt really comfortable in order to do all of this. 100%. It feels weird watching him shower. Why is he recording him showering? Like, the tub scene is one
I need
thing.
to take like so much shampoo. My hair is so long. I gotta cut it myself soon. Honest
He's loony. Oh, he's so
conditioner?
loony.
I
Oh,
haven't
he's so
conditioned in
loony.
so long. Honestly. I didn't really felt the need to condition. It's like, it's just nice. Doesn't always have to be attached to somebody else touching your hair or something. I used to love like going to like a hair salon or someplace where like somebody cuts your hair and they like wash your hair and scrub your head. Gentle facial cleanser.
Oh my god. Anytime I've been at like a hairstylist and they've like it was in the part where they were washing my head and they would like do like the scrub thing, it would make me want to just kind of like pass out. It's so relaxing. I don't know what it is. It's so relaxing to have your like scalp scrubbed.
I really like maximizing my time. So while my conditioner is working, let's work on the face.
Your hair ain't that long, my guy. Definitely not as long as yours, Core, that's for sure.
I got
You
this,
definitely have longer
bubble
hair.
bath stuff, so I'm gonna put this in. I don't know how much to put in, but more bubbles ain't bad,
Generous.
so.
Be generous with it. Put more. More bubbles. More bubbles. There's not enough bubbles. I can
Get a
still
bath
see
bomb,
the
too?
water. Oh, he threw it in a bath bomb too. Okay, yeah, okay, that's understandable.
Oh, that's nice. That bath bomb's tickling me at the bottom of the tub.
It's tickling my butthole. My butthole feels tingly now. The bath bomb really just kind of
I hope that
makes
didn't
it
get my
feel a
cheek.
little grainy down
Oh,
there.
it feels so good.
Sorry, I can't help myself.
To just wash
know
all
why
the
he
dirt
mentioned
from
it.
the day off. Got
Oh,
some
his voice got
things
weird
here
again.
that I'm excited to try. So I'm gonna try this. This is a face mask. H2O activated charcoal lemon juice. Deep detox. God, do I need it. Oh, that's like... Alright, well, here goes.
I fucking love these masks so much. There's something so nice about these masks.
Next I have these.
Did he say fuck nesters with tech? Wait, really? Did he? I didn't hear that. I don't think so. Oh, in episode 1. No, well, he did. He was finding nesters with tech. He was like using his radio to basically like kind of detect the nesters, because I guess the radio would kind of go a little crazy when nesters were nearby. Because that was also where I was like coming up with the theory that like, hey, I think like nesters, like they do have some effect on electronics, whether it affects them or just the electronics, but yeah. Fucking stop my radio! Oh my god.
To just wash all the dirt from the day off. I've got some things here that I'm excited to try. So I'm gonna try this. This is a face mask.
I wish I
H2O
could sit in a
activated
bathtub like this and
charcoal lemon
relax.
juice.
I wish.
Deep
I'm so
detox.
paranoid about how
God,
clean a
do I need
bathtub
it.
is before I sit in
Oh,
it
that's...
that like I
Here
have a
goes.
hard time taking baths because I'm just like I'm so worried about how dirty the tub is
I have
and me
these
sitting on the dirt that I
cucumbers.
just can't. I can't.
Now I'm gonna take some deep breaths. In for 4, hold, Out for 6. Here I go.
His face is pixelated, but not the rest of him. Was it? Same book, yeah. It's like, I like the idea of relaxing like this in a tub. I really do like the idea of it. But every time I've tried to commit to it, I can't. I'm
Scrubbing
too...
my fingernails.
What I end up doing is I end up deep cleaning the tub. And then by the time I'm done deep cleaning the tub, I'm still not satisfied with how clean it is.
All of my toxins.
And I just take a shower. Well, yeah.
I'm gonna try these hydrogel eye pads. Patented 5-day hydration
No,
complex.
I think the
But it
entire
keeps my
video is
eyes
kind of
hydrated for
pixelated
5
in
days.
general
I don't
because
wanna know it.
like look at how his shoulders and his face is. It kind of looks the same. And then if you look at the wall, you can kind of see the same pattern kind of happening. So, are they doing zooms? I still have no idea whether they're doing zooms, because they've been doing zooms for these, like, all of the videos, they've had zooms in them. And I still don't know why they do the zooms. Haven't been comfortable in a bath since you're a baby? Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, the bathtub, in order for me to feel comfortable in a bath, is, like, has to be completely spotless. Like, it looks like brand new, just off the, like, you know, just off the store shelf. And then even then, I would still, like, clean it. Even then, I would still have to deep clean it in order to feel comfortable.
Goes into making that possible. I feel very odd.
Oh, I have one of those. I actually use those, the little eye mask. I have the exact same ones, I think. It's like the green ones. Well, I don't know if this is the same brand, but it's like the, like, green, like, things that you put over your eyes. Oh, they feel so nice. They feel so nice. Just eating the cucumber.
That Nestor attack today was scary.
I don't know, there's something about him being in a bath going, man, guys, that Nestor attack was scary. Yeah, I used the eye things on one of those before. Yeah, they're really nice. I like them.
The weird
They
thing
feel
is
so
was
nice and
I knew it was
hydrating.
coming. You can almost always feel a Nestor nearby by the way the air changes. The air will brush my skin like warm Velcro, and my body tingles like a dose of Novocaine wearing off.
Okay. I think he had an addiction to nicotine and cigarettes. Nicotine or
I've
cigarettes.
made the mistake of ignoring that feeling in the past, and it's almost got me killed every time.
You don't ignore
I
your
think
gut, especially in a survival
Part of me
situation.
wants to pretend that things are normal, and that feeling, it is
Never ignore your
anything
gut
but.
in a survival situation.
But training myself to notice the feeling of presence.
That zombie attack almost made me miss my me time. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. That's just the way he's just, like, so mellow. And he's just like, man, guys, that Nestor attack was scary. I don't know. There's just something so funny about it. Yeah, he keeps staying out until dark. Yeah, like, dude, what did you think was gonna happen if you stayed out until dark? Every time you stayed out until dark like that and you lost track of time, you've always run into a Nestor. You've always been attacked. So why are you surprised?
It's the
Why?
first line of defense. It's maybe one of the most important survival
Sorry, I keep moving in
tactics
the
to
way.
own. Anyway, I've been in this bath a little too long, and I'm turning into a prune, so it's been way more than 15 minutes since these flapjacks have been on, so I'm gonna get out. Before I do, I can't believe I forgot to do this.
You're telling me you were in this bath trying to relax this whole fucking time, and you forgot about the fucking jet bubbles? The best part about that goddamn tub you forgot about? Brought a fart really bad. He says that there's jet bubbles in there, but it's really just him letting out a lot of
I've got
gas.
all my fun little lotions and
Yeah, he didn't use the
potions over
jets.
here that I'm looking forward to trying. First,
I repeat, so smart yet so fucking
shaving.
dumb. He really is, though. Yeah, just this whole time. He does, like, really smart things, and then he does things that are so stupid.
This is a hydrating face serum.
Oh, that little ting. Oh my god,
Learning
the, like,
to
itch
notice
that it
nesters'
made in my
presence, by
brain.
the way, is only useful with certain types. The ones further south, they tend to give themselves away earlier. They're slow, though.
Oh, he's talking about the
Mostly blind
nesters.
unless something's right in front of them. But once you cross their radius, they react fast and without hesitation. They're taller.
Oh wait, hold up. Ads. It's interesting 'cause this almost seems like he's doing these mundane little shows to have an excuse to do mundane, normal life stuff. Yeah, maybe it's just his way of trying to hold on to, like, sanity, maybe? That's just what he's doing to try to hold on. And maybe that's why he's kind of, like, doing all these, like, very, like, mundane things that just seem very stupid to do in the situation that he's in. Like, yeah, all for self-care, like, you need a self-care, bro, you self-care, but, like, you are kind of in a very interesting situation to chill in a bath with a bath bomb and talk to the cameras while you have face mask on you. I don't know, it just feels such an odd thing to do when you're in that situation. Even if you're trying, like, self-care, yeah, do what you gotta do to self-care. Just maybe prioritize surviving first. That might be important, you know? They react fast and without hesitation, and those mean the same thing. It really does. Like, if you're acting without hesitation, you're gonna be fast, you would think. Yeah, that I don't know. Yeah, he's I don't know, he's so strange. He's so strange. And then on top of that, like, this footage seems really pixely compared to the other footage. Like, the other videos. I wonder if, like, the camera quality is deteriorating for some reason. Maybe if there's a purpose. Is there a purpose to this deterioration? So we have clumsy and slow south, blind, dumb, and quick near middle, the smart and aggressive more north. Yeah, basically. Based off of his observations. So yeah, there are different types of nesters, definitely. I'm, like, really curious, like, what are, like, these nesters exactly? You know what I mean? I'm still, like, trying to piece that together. They're like these, like, just humanoid creatures that sometimes are aggressive, sometimes, like, they're not. Yeah, then we have Mr. Whiteout, who just, like, does, like, a model catwalk strutting toward him. He's just strutting. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the nesters are really strange. I think we should be good to continue. I think the ads are over.
Stronger. But they don't rush you. The thing about them. Even when you feel their presence.
Wait, hold up. I have to go back.
They react fast and without hesitation. They're taller, stronger, but they don't rush you. The thing about them. Even when you feel their presence, it doesn't mean that they're coming closer. It usually means that they've already noticed you. Running doesn't help.
Got it. So those are, like, the
Running
really
only
dangerous.
tells them who you are.
Alright, next is this moisturizer.
Wait, so they can. So by the time you feel them, they've already spotted you. However, just because they spotted you doesn't mean that they spotted you as, you know, like, I guess, him. They might think he's another nester if they, like, spot him and he doesn't run. Maybe? Yeah, the middle ones? Yeah. Yeah, so, like, there's no guarantee if they spot you, they're gonna attack you. They might attack you if they realize that you're not one of them, but they also might think that you're one of them. I think that's what he's saying in, like, just in a shorter story, I guess. I don't know. That's what I'm, like, hearing from him. Running just tells him who you are. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I think that, like, that's why they're chill sometimes. Yeah, so I think the middle ones, they are more dangerous. However, they're not gonna instantly recognize, like, him. They're not gonna instantly recognize him. They might think that he's another nester, which means that they're gonna be a little bit more chill. And they're unlikely to attack him until they realize who he is. So if he's running, then they're probably gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, that guy's bad. That guy's bad. We gotta go get him. He said they're dumb. Well, he said they're dumb, but, when, like, you know, even though they're dumb, they're still, like, tough. It's just that they're dumb. That's kind of like their like, kryptonite, you know what I mean? They're not the brightest tools in the shed. The mid ones. I think it was the mid ones, right? Yeah, it was the
It's
mid
gonna feel
ones.
really nice over the serum. Oh. I can
Now we're
feel my
learning his
skin
face
just, like,
care routine. For someone that's not supposed to have
just
routines,
drinking
he has
it
a
up,
lot of
going,
routines.
Thank you. I remember my mom when I was a kid, she used to make me water her flowers in the garden. She said if you listen really closely, you can hear them going, thank you. It used to kind of scare me. I was like really little when she told me that. It wasn't like a fun, cute thing, but as I got older, it was kind of funny. Eye cream?
It's probably funny to her until, you know. Oh my god, I'm a nester?
That
Sally,
was
you're not a
really
nester.
nice. My skin looks very dewy and vibrant. Used to
Oh,
hate
he's
cutting
speeding
my
up time.
fingernails as a kid. For some reason, it always makes my fingernails feel really weird. Once you cut your fingernails and you like touch them, it's like they're like sensitive. I can never really
You're
put my
cutting
finger
them
on it
too
and
far.
explain it to other kids. I used to
Okay.
also
If anybody else feels that way when when you cut your nails, I think you're cutting too far. Because that's normally the only time I get that feeling when I cut my nails is when I cut too far. You're not supposed to, like, cut all the way down. You're not supposed to cut all the white part off of your nail. Like, you're cutting too far if you're cutting all of that off. You want a little bit still there, just not, like, long, you know? Just want to trim them,
used to describe
not
when
cut
you
them
like
off.
lay on your foot and it falls asleep. They used to describe it as it feels like my foot is full of sand. People are like, what? I'm like, yeah, it feels like my foot is full of sand. And my mom was like, I don't know what to do about that.
I don't know what to do about that! Oh my god. Do people try cutting all the whites? Wait, some people do, yeah. Yeah, no, some people definitely do. Yeah, the audio keeps going weird. I wonder when the audio goes weird if that just means that... I wonder if it means, like, there's a nester nearby. Yeah, you think the nesters are getting closer? Yeah, I think so, too. I don't know what to do about things, shrugs, right? It's just like, dude, what a mood, though. But at the same time, goddamn, Mom. Like, nothing
Little bit of
encouraging to
rosewater?
give me? Just, I don't know what to do about that, man. That sounds like a you issue.
Now I'm gonna try this sort of like hair oily, sort of textural thing. I was
I don't think
amazed
you
by
need
that
that for
Nestor's
your
ability
hair.
to stalk and follow me today. Even when I seemingly lost him, I couldn't believe how he kept finding me.
And you're still
Felt
so
like it
chill.
was watching to see what I'd do next.
And you're still so chill about it.
I'm certain he's on his way to me now. He's got to be out there.
Hey, Mom, I'm bleeding from my ear. I don't know what to do about that. It's like, as a parent, that is probably the most neglectful response you could give your child is, I don't know what to do about that. Like, damn, at least give them something to go on.
And I don't know if it was the
Jeez.
attack or just some are more capable than others and have different abilities in that way. But
Have you ever broken a bone? Actually,
was
I've never
locked
broken a
onto
bone.
me.
I've sprained I've sprained a bone before, or not a bone, but I've like sprained my ankle before. That's happened. I have sprained my tendon as well before. That was an odd one. Still couldn't figure out how that happened. I just woke up and it hurt. So still couldn't figure out how that happened. But I've never broken a bone. I've never been stung. Nothing like that. I've only ever broken a bone, but not broken it. I think I know what you mean. Like, the actual bone itself didn't, like, break. You think you've broken a bone or two, Zelly? I think you have. 100%. Oh, Zelly. I'm gonna give you head pats. Give head pats. Head pats. That Nestor's still alive and he's tickling his ass cheeks in the bubbles. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's talking about this Nestor that surprised him on his ability to stalk him and follow him. And meanwhile, this bro is just chilling in the bathtub. Fucking sitting on his, like, little, like, what was it? Like, the bath bomb? Oh my god. It was medically broken, but it wasn't fractured. Okay, well, at least it wasn't fractured. I know, like, when you fracture a bone like that, oh my god. I've had, like, family that has done that, and it looks so fucking painful. It looks so ridiculously painful. You broke a toe twice, you think last year, duct taped them together and kept going? Core, sometimes you scare me with some of the stories you tell me. I'm pretty sure I already know about that because I mean, I knew you during that time, but like...
Anyway. I'm gonna go check on those cookies.
After I was finished, it was time to enjoy my cookie.
Man, this Nestor is scary. Anyway, cookies! And now I paused on this moment. This could not have been a better moment to pause while me making fun of his, like, his just nonchalant, like, oh, cookies! It's time for cookies! Cookie time! Man, that Nestor was scary! Time for cookies! Yippee! Oh my god. You slip while walking downstairs, your little toe was the one that broke? Ooh, yeah. It was just removed from its usual position, so medically it was broken, but the bone was still whole. Yeah, that's good. You helped move furniture with a broken toe and ran over it while doing so. Fun times, fun memories. Core.
Cookies and
I don't
do
know
some
how you
hunting.
do it. I don't know how you do it. I don't.
I found this radio in a vacant lake house a ways back. It still works.
Oh, I
rigged
remember
it to the
that.
antenna on top of my house. It seems counterintuitive, but it's been luring nesters towards my house into the traps. Yeah, I figure
Okay.
it keeps the surrounding area safe.
So nesters definitely respond to, like, electronics in some way, or like radio frequencies in some way, because this is like not the first time that he's used a radio to lure nesters like toward the radio. So yeah, I think nesters are attracted to the radio frequencies. Yeah, well, no, not radio and nesters, but he kind of like, he has a radio on, and the radio, I'm assuming the radio frequencies is maybe what lures the nesters. You know what I mean? Because he was doing it before. And he's like giggling at a Nestor killing. No, yeah, he's definitely lost in line. Oh my god, it's like, look at this.
Counterintuitive,
It's
but
so cute.
it's been luring
Oh my
nesters
god.
towards
It's so
my
scary,
house
but also
into
kind
the
of
traps.
like cute for him to do.
Yeah, I figured
The way he goes, he like shrugs up like his like hands and everything. It's like just like a soft giggle. It's like a king in medieval times when they're torturing the peasants for entertainment, and the king just like I'm sorry, I held it.
It keeps the surrounding areas safer, less nesters for when I do need to go out and get supplies.
What's up, fuckers?
Hey out there, if you're looking for companionship, do I have a deal for you?
I know just the place. There's a big house on top of a hill not too far.
That one nester who was following me had a very distinct
He just
sound.
standing
So
there.
if I for you,
I know just the place. There's a big house on top of a hill not too far.
that one nester who was following me had a
The way he's just standing there. I don't know. I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's just there's something about some of the shots with the nesters that just kind of like kill me. I don't know what it is. Hot milfs near you, just look for the big house on the hill. Yeah, the mom I threw up.
very distinct
Oh my god,
sound.
it's so good.
So if I hear him,
They're
hold
in
up.
patient
You
outfits.
hear that
They
alarm?
are.
You hear it?
That's why I'm like, what
One
if
of
they
them on
came
front
from that
doorstep.
facility he was investigating?
Not today. Not today. Get out of here. There he is. That's it. That's him. That is him. Well, he's coming in clear. He's got to be right outside.
He's fucking lost it. I'm sorry, but the way he was reacting is the way I'm supposed to be reacting, and I'm the streamer. I'm not the one in this situation. That Bap was on the window near him. Yeah, that was really close, and he knew it was close, and he's just like, man, he's coming in clear. He's gotta be right outside. Like, he's lost it. Why is he so ridiculously excited about that? Like, it's one thing for, like, a distant, like, you know, killing of a nester, but this?
That's him. That is him.
No, I
He's
think the
coming in
window's
clear.
cracked
He's
open
gotta
for
be
the
right
radio.
outside.
He didn't even make it past the frontline system. All in all, it was a pretty intense day, but very relaxing in the end.
In the end, you were... Patient outfits of other asylum patients? Maybe. Maybe. Dude has 0 survival instinct for someone who has level 53 cat crafting skills as Zomboid. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm just so baffled at his reaction to it, cuz his reaction is more of like somebody's reaction when they're desensitized from it. Like, for example, like a streamer like me. Like, I'm, like, distant from the situation. I'm watching it on a screen, so it's a little different. I can react like that. How is he reacting like that? I don't know. That is wild to me. That's insane. I think he's lost it. The last thing you did was slaughter nesters trying to break into your house. Yeah, and that's... What do you mean relaxing? Bro, I would be stressed.
Anyway,
What was the intense part
it's
of
been
the
a long
day?
day too, and I'm signing off to hit the hay. Good night.
Was it the bath? Was the
Archivist
bath
here.
too intense?
Thank you for watching this log. We're continuing to restore and piece together more footage as new material keeps surfacing. As this is a private investigation, I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who help sustain the archive. And welcome to those who've recently joined.
Maybe he's a
I
psychopath
do my
or
best to shape a
sociopath.
cohesive
You know what?
narrative
That's
from
a
what's
good chance,
available,
too.
but much of what we
'Cause
uncover
holy
doesn't make it to
fuck.
YouTube. This is where the rest of the archive lives. If you'd like to support the work, access unreleased footage, and help decide which parts of the subject's story are revealed next,
footage,
you
but
can
even
find a
if
link
I
below.
did access it, I
Stay
couldn't
vigilant.
stream it to you guys, because that probably wouldn't be smart. Probably couldn't do that. Maybe he's used to running, so the relaxing part is having to be able to have defenses. He doesn't have to look over his shoulder. You know what? True. That definitely could be it too. Maybe it's just because of the defenses that he finds it relaxing. I still think that that is a little bit too close of a call to consider that relaxing. But I mean, he has been kind of desensitized to the nesters by now, so I think it's just, I don't know. That is so strange, though. You know, I'm thinking about that real-life phenomenon where a person will be facing imminent danger, but their brains don't really register how dangerous it is until it's too late. Yeah, that is a very common phenomenon, and it's normally when somebody is just really comfortable, and it takes a while for their brain to, like, fully, like, get out of that comfort zone when something just kind of happens. You know what I mean? I gotta sit up. My tail is in the way. My tail is massive. I got a massive tail. It's so fluffy though. Is that Mr. Whiteout? It kind of looks like him. He's doing that little, like, cha-cha thing. Like, the other ones were kind of staying still. That guy was doing the little, like, cha-cha, you know? He was kind of, like, swaying, you know? I know that cat walks its way anywhere in the bitch. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think that's Mr. Whiteout. He's still following him.
I've always felt alone.
Yeah, he wasn't scrotumy.
Even
What the fuck
before
is
all
that?
this.
Oh, is that... I think it might be Mr... Maybe? No.
Like I won't be okay. A looming feeling like I'm constantly on the edge of a dreadful, sad existence and true happiness. And in order to protect that true happiness and evade hell, I need to fight, scratch.
Okay, Core made me think. Because Core said aliens. I mean, Core probably meant it as a joke. But what if they really are aliens, but he's stuck in a simulation with aliens? Everything goes back to aliens. I swear, every conspiracy theory always goes back to aliens. I hate it. Why?
I feel pressure. I feel irritable. I feel overworked and misunderstood. I feel threatened by everyone. I feel alone. Like my life will crumble unless I grab onto it and shift and work it around.
We need the aliens meme guy,
If
right?
not me, who else
Aliens. Mr. Whiteout seems like a physical manifestation of his mental issues. That would make sense on why it seems like a lot of the other nesters have more solid appearances, but Mr. Whiteout, like, in terms of his proportions, I mean, we recognize him because of his little walk sway that he has going on, right? But he always has, like, different proportions. You know what I mean? Like, they're always slightly different. They're never exactly the same. So maybe that's a part of that manifestation, and that's kind of like the hint of it. That's why it's, like, kind of changing a little bit.
I think I feel alone because I
Looks
was
like
never
a fuzzy
willing
black
to
vague
share the
humanoid.
burden.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I had girlfriends, family, friends.
I think Mr. Whiteout's addiction he can't get rid of. Yeah,
a recovery
I think so
network.
too. I think it's a very good possibility.
And while I may be
It's a physical
alone in my
manifestation of
specific
all of the
personal
issues and
endeavors,
addictions.
I was not alone in the struggle of life because everyone in my circle struggled with life. They all had desires,
Shadow
fears,
Mr. Whiteout. It's his face. His face
disappointments and
isn't normally
successes.
all black. Sometimes it's white.
They understand the feeling around all of this.
I think
Again,
that's why.
maybe not as it relates to my specific aspirations, but in their own subgroups of life. I could have shared all of this with them. I could be the biggest success or the biggest failure, and they'll always be with me. If only I let them in. I was not alone. But I chose to keep them shut out.
Oh, that one's
And
creepy.
now I feel alone deeply. You can share what's happening. It's never gonna feel like the perfect time with some people, but saying, you know, I had this thing not work.
He said he had a recovery circle, but previously he doesn't want to stop. Yeah, he deep down didn't want to because it just kind of like, he felt like it kind of just, you know. Nope. Yeah, right? Like the little like, oh my god. He kind of had a sway, but yeah, no, the Mr. Whiteout, he definitely has like this, yeah, a
And I'm
weird
just
like
feeling
sway to him.
sad. Or I'm having fear about something and I just want to honor those emotions and
It's
share
not going to
them with
work
someone
as
because
to get
it
over addiction.
helps
You
me
need to
feel
want
less
to get better
alone.
and be better. Yeah, I agree.
I know I can't fix it right.
That's one of the things where I think that the unfortunate thing is when you have a loved one that suffers from addiction, you can't really force them to get better, unfortunately. The best thing you can do is try not to enable them. Literally the best thing you can do for them. It's kind of one of those things where until they approach you wanting help, it's kind of hard to force them to get help. You can try to force them to realize that, hey, they need help, but you can't force them to want to get better. That is something that they have to do on their own, unfortunately. And that's that's kind of one of the hardest parts when you're around somebody that has like a massive addiction that they need to get over. That's one of the hardest parts
Now,
of it.
but I just need to be heard.
Ooh.
But I always had this paranoia.
That was just him. That was just him. Why are you scaring me?
Paranoia that this world wants to see me fail. That it only wants me to get vulnerable so it can use it against me. You know, this world does not want me to succeed because for me to succeed pulls me away from playing the game. And everybody wants you to just shut up and play the game too because then they can feel good about playing.
Society.
It distracts them from the emptiness of it
Society.
all. You know, don't go after your dreams. It's not practical. Get a good job working for someone else. Take a vacation once a year. Marry young. Get a hobby. This is as good as it gets.
The thing is, dude, you don't need to, per se, like, take that advice. Yeah, I mean, like, there's many other paths you can take in life. Yeah, he seems so cynical. Like, how hard, like... Yeah, he was definitely in a situation that he knew was bad for him, but he just stayed in it. And then he just kind of complains. And it's like, well, I mean, there's many other paths in life you can take. You don't need to listen to those people and, like, do that. Go out and be an entrepreneur. Go out and do something that you want to do. Yeah, like, fuck, sell feet pics. Yeah, why not? Sell feet pics. Like, you know, there's many paths you can take in life. And in the end of the day, you can't really sit there and say that the world did you dirty when you chose to continue down that path. You didn't have to continue down that path. Maybe he did. I don't know his situation, but like it's from the outside seeing in, it just seems that he's unhappy. He knows he's unhappy, but he's unwilling to make the changes necessary to make him happy. Some people can't be happy unless they are unhappy. Yeah, it's kind of one of those vibes, yeah, for sure. I don't know. I feel like, in a way, sometimes when people act like that, it's so draining for everybody else around them. It's just... Like, I know. Like, life sucks. Life does suck. It just sucks sometimes. It does. It really does. But you can't sit there, not do anything, and then complain about the thing that you're not even making an effort to change. At some point, you gotta do something about it, man. At some point, you
I've had
have
this
to.
feeling towards a lot of people, this feeling like if I failed, then they get more of what they want from me. So I keep my life quiet, only sharing superficialities, lightly brushing my fears with a smile on my face when really I am a knight covered in rusty armor, pulling my helmet close so nobody can see my welling eyes. Yeah, maybe I'm just projecting. Maybe I wanted to take from others.
You're falling asleep, so you go to bed now. Aight, Zelly, get some good rest. Get some good rest. I am so confused, but at the same time, I think... Yeah, I think he's, like, creating this, like, imaginary enemy. Like, everybody's out to get him kind of thing. It's like a... It's like paranoia is just kind of, like, taking over on that side. Because he's, like, creating this imaginary enemy. Zelly, get good rest. Get good nights. Have good eats. Cares too much about how others feel and think about him. Yeah, I mean, I do agree you do have to consider other people definitely when living your life. I agree that you do have to consider them. However, you don't need to consider them that much to dictate your entire life. If you don't want to work in a certain career, but you're afraid that other people are going to look down on you for working something else, just do what makes you happy. They're not living your life. You can't appease everybody and appease yourself at the same time. That's just not possible. You can't even appease other people even if you risk your own happiness. You can't. You can't appease everybody. So there are there are certain situations you need to consider about other people as well. Definitely. You definitely need to consider other people around you too. However, when you're making decisions on how you're going to live your life, that's a little different, you know? I feel like you should do what makes you happy in the end. Like, if you are happy working as an entrepreneur, or you're working as a photographer or a journal, like, if you're working, like, if you want to work something like that and you don't want to work a typical 9 to 5, you don't need to work a typical 9 to 5. Go out and do it. Yeah, I believe as long as you aren't hurting anybody, you should be free to live your life as you wish. I agree. I definitely agree. Because you are the only one living your life. You should make yourself happy. You should make yourself a life that you enjoy living. The only person that can change your life is you. Don't sit around and wait for somebody else to come around and change it for you. The only one that can actually change your life is you. You're the only one that can do that. Other people can try to come in and change it for you, and you can try to let them, but you don't need to. Yeah, as long as you're not hurting anyone else, live how you want to live.
So I'm paranoid.
Just be happy. Just be happy with your life.
My inner world has become what I see in the outer world.
And if you're not, work to make your life happy.
I block and I try and manage what everybody knows around me and doesn't know so that I can control the narrative of my life. And that's where I go wrong, because what I'm really afraid of is life having its way with me. You know, deep down, I know I'm not in control.
Are they knocking? Are they doing a knock?
I know all these things.
They're knocking.
That I'm trying to keep away. Are life molding me? And what if I don't like what
So
life
creepy.
molds me into?
I don't like when he does that.
You know, I always heard people say about their life, you know, I had no idea I was going to end up where I ended up. And that scares me. I want to know.
Everybody wants to know.
I want proof from life that I'm going to be okay with what it does with me. I feel like I should have a say. It's my life.
Yeah, you do have a say. Do what you want. You're not hurting anybody. Go out and do what you want.
But it's not.
Oh my god.
And I know it. Whatever this is was given to me. I didn't create it. And there's too much chaos in this world to dictate where it's headed. I have control of so little. Some days I fight it. Other days I check out completely. Hide.
But he's overwhelming himself on things he can't
As if I can
control.
pause life.
You gotta focus on the things you can
And I
control,
come out and
otherwise
I
you're
try
just
again.
gonna wear yourself out.
And I get eaten up and spit out one more time. I'm always pausing to lick the wounds I received, trying to continually fight a monster. Anyway.
I wonder if him being an addict has something to do with him being in this situation. What if
Archivist here. Thank you
what
for
if this
watching
organization is almost like doing experiments on him because of his situation with addiction, and maybe seeing if something like this in terms of like recovery works? Like maybe they're trying to do like a social experiment on like how the situation would affect somebody with addiction, or I don't know, because the way that this is all being framed, it almost feels like he is a test subject. You know what I mean? It feels so weird. Summon Nestor. Summon the Nestor. Bring him in. Bring him in. Bring him in. It says that there's one video here that's unavailable. I don't know if it's gonna play. Let's just see if it plays.
this log. We're
We'll
continuing to
listen to
restore
her
and piece
talk.
together more footage as new material keeps surfacing. As this is a private investigation, I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who help sustain the archive. And welcome to those who've recently joined. I do my best to shape a cohesive narrative from what's available, but much of what we uncover doesn't make it to YouTube.
Forced to go cold
This is where
turkey
the rest
during
of the archive
apocalypse scenario
lives.
to see if it helps
If you'd
with
like to support the
self-reflection.
work,
Yeah, like
access
maybe it's like
unreleased
some sort of
footage, and help
like
decide
social
which parts of the
experiment in that
subject story
regard
are revealed next,
to see
you
how,
can find
like
a
what
link
it
below.
does to his psyche.
Stay vigilant.
It's definitely not good for his psyche though so far. Oh, 100% not. Yeah, it's not. It's not letting me. Damn. Damn. Fuck. That was a cliffhanger. I want more. I want more of that. Can we have more? I wonder when they're gonna upload a new video. Oh wait, the video that we watched was uploaded a day ago. Wait, hold up, there's a video we missed. Hold up, there's a video we missed. Have you seen the stuff I sent you earlier? The stuff in the Discord? We missed this one. It's not in the playlist though, but it's the same dude. It's the same dude though. Oh, wait, the DM stuff. I did not see all of the DM stuff yet. No, I have not. I'm probably gonna look at it later. I'm probably gonna look at it after our stream because from the little bit I did see, I almost gagged. I was gagging. I was trying to stop myself from gagging. I wonder what this is. Maybe I think this might just be him rambling though.
Man.
Oh, yeah, no, this is the old one. Yeah, this is a mental decay. 4 years ago, a team of researchers unearthed a series of tape buried in the wilderness of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania! We just gotta state well, that's where the tapes were found, at least. The tapes were buried in Pennsylvania. After review by police and investigators, the footage was passed to my archival team. Tapes follow a man who appears to be completely alone aside from strange encounters with figures he calls nesters. He spends his days scavenging, squatting in abandoned homes, and searching the eastern plains for answers. The timestamps are corrupt, dates showing haven't occurred. Okay. Yeah, it's just Sad Boy Ramble. Okay. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna wrap up. I was gonna do Warframe and continue on with that, but I feel like a lot of people went to bed. And because of that, it feels weird doing a giveaway when people have gone to bed, so I will probably do it Monday. I'll probably do it Monday after some art. I'm thinking. If that sounds good with you guys. But I am going to wrap it up here. It has been a good one.